Hello, welcome to Miss Talk University Radio Plays The Scarlet Keys. I'm Ben,
I'm Dan.
and today we're continuing on our adventure into our third scenario, which is going to be in Alexandria, Dogs of War. Previously we hung out in Istanbul, and I learned a bunch of Turkish words, and what were we doing? We were hanging around the bazaar, and we were getting chased around and trying to find what was that? What was the item that we found? It's over in your giant pile of cards. Oh, the
Classic,
twisted anti-prism. Yeah.
classic Middle Eastern stuff. Went to the bazaar like you do.
Yeah.
Turkey is considered the Middle East, right? It's Asia Minor. That's pretty close.
It's definitely close. I don't know. I'm not a geographical major, so I don't
Hmm.
or person that pays attention to geography. Even though I probably should. Um, so I can't tell you. This map is of no help because it hasn't mislabeled as Constantinople anyway. So, yeah. So, I guess talk about our deck upgrades quickly. We got 6 experience. What did I get? I grabbed an upgraded flashlight, working towards getting the full reduced to zero test nonsense online that Dan has complete faith in.
Oh yeah,
And I
that'd be
got,
amazing.
but I did get some gumptions. So the
You
gump is
did. You're
here.
you're 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 fully gumped. You're in gump mode. It's the age of gump.
And then I
And
got
of
a.
course, you get rid of you got rid of Grizz.
I did get rid of Grizz
You've
because
gained the ability to gump around, but you can no longer Grizz it up.
I got rid of Grizz.
You're Grizzless,
I
Grizz
mean,
free.
I can always adapt back in Grizz if I decide I need it, but because I have my weakness, that's so hard to get rid of. Then Grizzle is
You know what's
basically
what?
like a zero commit card, except against like certain things. So
Oh, interesting. So it sounds like what you're saying is maybe some survivor cards are bad.
um, I'm
Also,
saying I'm
oh,
saying I would have liked Grizzled if I didn't have a weakness that made all my skill cards worse. So
yeah, that's fair. Question:
yes.
If you adaptable the Grizz out and back in, do you get to pick new traits?
No, I think once you've written down the stuff on the card, it's locked in. So
Okay,
I
okay.
do not think you get to pick new traits. It is still level 0, so I've still made that decision. So I could pull him back in later. Yeah. I
That makes sense.
I also did pull in Look What I Found, and another card that's supposed to help with the reduce to 0. We'll see if it's terrible or not. But
Hmm.
had to have at least one card in there that
And you
was
still
for
got those
Ben.
exploit weaknesses in there.
I do, because I have the Gumps and I have an upgraded flashlight
Oh.
and I have something else. So I think it's gonna maybe all come together. We'll see.
Well,
What did you get for your deck?
I'm I'm very excited to witness the Gump effect. So we're gonna see how that goes. I bought two Studiouses because I was in a rush and I didn't really have a lot of time to think about it. And Studious is a very good card, and generally you kind of want to get it early in the campaign, sort of.
Yeah,
So, it's kind of like good over a long period of time because it just helps you a little bit in each scenario, right? So,
yeah. So yeah, okay. So as for our travel, we decided we're just going to go straight from Constantinople or straight from Istanbul to Alexandria,
no
which
bathroom
is
breaks.
uh, okay. I mean, it's probably a long boat ride in the 1920s, but you know how it goes. So we're straight there, so no interludes, but don't worry, there is still story text for me to read for the introduction to the scenario. And I'm sure there's a bunch of Middle Eastern names that I'll butcher for you, or Egyptian names or whatever. So, all right, so let's look at the dossier. File 38N, subject class red, real identity unknown, last known location, Alexandria, Egypt. Description: Subject 38N, hereinafter, beast in the cowl of crimson, is a roughly humanoid figure, approximately 183 centimeters in height, clothed in a red cloak. A cloth and a red cloak. Yeah. The hood of this cloak effectively masks the figure's identity, very likely to be redacted in origin. Only appendage as of yet observed is a set of redacted claws. Redacted, hence the moniker. Redacted seems likely. Paradimensional capabilities. The beast in the Cowl of Crimson appears to have a high aptitude for physical confrontation. Prior encounters have led to redacted. Victims are redacted and redacted or redacted. Extreme caution is advised. Sightings. Beast in Cowl Crimson is a prime suspect in several gruesome murders throughout Alexandria. Note, paradimensional implement, aka key, known to exist in Alexandria. Coterie element may be using key to redacted. Approach procedure. Subdue subject with extreme prejudice and acquire paradimensional implement for further study. Alright. From the moment you step off the train in Alexandria, your hackles are raised.
Hackles are raised.
Hackles.
And do you have any comments about this image? What do you think about this?
What is this?
This is from a Twitter account I follow called Out of Context Dinosaurs. So the whole point of it is that I don't know the context, but I do see that it's a dinosaur.
I mean, it's pretty good. How's Twitter doing? Is it hanging on still? What are the damn features of Twitter?
Everyone hates it, so nothing has changed.
Okay. All right. Dark clouds gather over the city, and waves crash ominously against the Mediterranean coastline. But the brewing storm is not what worries you. It's your tail. It started out with just a few of them, local authorities, you suspect. Or at least, that seems to be their cover. They could be Foundation agents keeping tabs on you to ensure you remain on task, or Coterie operatives looking to take out a potential threat. You navigate your way through the streets towards the Windsor Hotel, where you have a room booked for the night. But everywhere you turn, you spot more of them. You begin to formulate a plan just in case. Perhaps you can confront one by surprise, interrogate them, learn what they're after. But your thoughts are interrupted when a group of them beat you to the punch. Welcome to Alexandria, agents. Yes, we know who you are, one of them says, but to your surprise, he raises his hands and shows you that he bears no weapons. Now that you are closer, you can easily spot the telltale scarlet trappings among their persons, ties, cufflinks, and the like. Don't worry, we have come in peace. One of our number wishes to speak with you. We have a problem in Alexandria that perhaps you can help us with. You scoff incredulously at the audacity of such a request. You have no intention of walking into the beast's trap. What? Okay. I understand why you're wary, the agent says, but I think you will find this agreement to your liking. If you come seeking the beast, believe it or not, our goals are aligned. This invitation comes from one much wiser and far less dangerous, I assure you. Come, we have much to discuss. You consider your options, but trap or no trap, you can't pass up an opportunity to speak with a high-ranking member of the Coterie. Information is your best weapon right now, and no matter what, this can only help to inform you. You agree to follow, but keep an eye out on your escorts just in case. To your surprise, the agents lead you by way of horse-drawn carriage to the Bourse, the stock exchange building in the heart of the city. You follow your escorts through a bustling crowd wearing the finest clothes, up several flights of stairs, and through a locked office door on the top floor of the exchange. Immediately you realize this must be no ordinary stock exchange, but a Coterie hideout of some kind. The office on the other side is an enormous suite, adorned with a surprising number of ancient relics and Eurocentric art, including a rather large portrait of a knight wearing a suit of scarlet-plated armor. Alright, check out how much time has passed. So we have had 8 time pass, including the one that I added for traveling from Istanbul to Alexandria. So we do intro 2. Upon entering, you're greeted by your host, an elderly man of English or perhaps French descent, wearing an elegant brown coat over an outfit of outdated red formal wear. Oh, here they are. He motions for you to sit. You're surprised to find the man to be clearly of European descent, perhaps English or French. Little duplicate text there. Though his hair is graying and thin and his face wrinkled with long lines of worry, he seems surprisingly spry and large in stature. He rests his hand on a polished silver cane, but doesn't seem to need it to walk. If you didn't know any better, you would think him to be much younger than he lets on. Are either of us Mistotonic or Scholar? Pretty sure no, right? No. Detective, Drifter, yeah. Tragically, I don't get to read this text. But I'll continue on. I suppose you have many questions. First, introductions on order. I have gone by several names in my long tenure, but you may simply call me the Claret Knight, as others do. I know why you're here, and you come seeking this, do you not? He unlocks a nearby armoire, and as this door opens, a flash of light illuminates the room. Inside is a crystal vial containing a shimmering sapphire substance. It is, without a doubt, the key you have come here to find. Immediately your mind races, brimming with possibility, but many of the knight's agents stand right behind you, You decide to stay on your best behavior for now. We have guarded this implement, the Light of Pharos, for many years, protected it from those who would use it to harm rather than guide humanity. Only we have the capability to do so, to keep such powers out of the hands of knaves and troublemakers. Now here is the issue. There is another who desires the Light of Pharos, one who is far less benevolent. The beast, you suspect aloud. Indeed, the knight confirms. And before you ask, yes, that creature is counted among the members of our esteemed organization. You wonder aloud why too many members of the Coterie might be squabbling instead of working together. Yes, well, the membership requirements have been lax in recent years, he jokes with a chuckle. The truth is, I bear no particular fondness for this beast. Its methods are unsavory, it draws too much unwanted attention. His eyes deep and blue as a dark ocean. You meet with yours to emphasize his point. You mind your host that the time is of the essence and ask where this is leading. Of course, he obliges. As I said, we have guarded this implement for countless generations. It would be a shame for it to fall into the hands of the unworthy or uncouth, would it not? But the beast draws nigh. It spills the blood of friend, foe, and bystander in its path here. Its path to us. It is after the light, and as the light's protector, I must do everything in my power to stop it. As such, I have summoned you here to strike a bargain. He nods to one of his agents, who closes the armoire and seals it shut. There is a rush of air and a sensation of building pressure throughout the room as the door shuts tight. Ears pop with a painful change of pressure. This place of power, one of several throughout the city which we have established to prevent uninvited guests from entering. Had you not been escorted, you might have turned to ash. But any such locus can be destroyed, and then the beast would descend upon us like a starving wolf. We cannot be everywhere at once. Help us defend the locuses, so that we may retain guardianship of the Light of Pharos. In return, I'll tell you what you wish to know about our organization, and you will have to prevent a catastrophe from befalling this fair city, which has seen more than enough calamity already. What do you say? Can we rely upon you to make the right choice? So I thought about this already, and it sounds like he's not going to give us the shiny loot thing that we want to collect. So I decided we would refuse his offer. And Dan had no objection to this. Because
is there some way we can use the Gump to get out of this situation, to get out of this pickle that we find ourselves in?
We might be using it in the near future, but I will continue. I'm going to continue the story text. Also, is this slightly less story text than if I chose very well accept? Oh no, don't worry, it's more. All right. A shame, the knight intones, his tenure changing almost immediately. Very well. We shall have to deal with this threat ourselves, and I'm afraid I must ask you to leave this city at once. You protest. The knight's agents close in around you. He rises to a stature you did not expect from such an elderly man, his voice commanding the kind of authority mentioned only in myth. You are no longer guests in my city. You will not suffer a war on two fronts. Depart from Alexandria immediately, or suffer the consequences. Although it pains you to leave when your goal lies so close.
I definitely did not expect that kind of stature from such an elderly man.
Okay. Although it pains you to leave with your goal when your goal lies so close. If what the knight said is true, you would have to break the various locuses around the city in order to claim your prize. You are surrounded by and outnumbered. Besides, you decide it's best to exit the Coterie stronghold and regroup before making a run at the key. But, as is often the case, fate has other plans. The moment you leave the bourse, you are accosted by a man in a pinstripe suit and a red fez. Bewildered, he flashes a foundation badge. Belligerently, he flashes a foundation badge and makes a motion to follow him into a nearby alley. Make sure you aren't being watched, then abscond into the alleyway where the man greets you in English. Hossam Siri at your service. Commissioner Taylor told me you'd be coming. That dossier you got? I put that intel together myself. He studied the man's face for a moment. Unlike the so-called Clarent Knight and his coterie entourage up in the burse, he looks native to the area, with brown skin, dark brown eyes, and a chiseled, stubbled jawline. Still, your eyes can't help but dance warily to the one article of red he wears upon his head. He lowers his eyes and gives a slight chuckle. Don't worry, I am not with them. You would be hard-pressed to find this kind of headwear in any other color. You let out a sigh of relief. I take it from the way you were escorted out of there that you didn't take their offer. You tell Agent Siri what happened inside the bourse. You made the right call, he says. Those Coterie dogs have been entrenched in Alexandria for as long as anyone can remember. They think this city is theirs, but it's not. It belongs to the people. It belongs to us. His disdain is unmistakable. It's not just for the Coterie. It's for the people who aim to wrest control of the city away from those who call it home. They come here from afar and act like their governments. Their occupation is some kind of gift. Agent Siri puts his hand on your shoulder. Let us help one another. Your objective is to claim the Knight's key for your own, yes? This will also weaken the Coterie's control over the city. That is a result I can get behind. You're not in agreement. This conflict may not be personal for you as it is for Siri, but you'll stop at nothing to help. All right, so I've already removed. Oh, it's actually I did this backwards, I guess. So I need to remove a tablet and add a squid. I'm unclear. What was I don't I thought we got squids when we trusted people. I guess I didn't trust the Coterie guy. Alright, so that means we have
I mean, it's called the Coterie, not the Trustery, right?
yeah. Okay, so we have one squid in the bag and we have 2 tablets now. Guess I was hoping that would give us 4 tablets so we could start getting experience, but we gotta collect all the things. So I mean, that's really what it's all about. All right, and I don't think I wrote the cell was assisting. Whatever. The cell. Let's see. So we are assisting agent Surrey. Yeah. All right. So setup 2. So this scenario has like 3 completely different setups, I think, based on your decisions. It looks like if you decide to help the Claret Knight, then your objectives are like different. And if we get here like later in the campaign, it's also a totally different setup. So, but I believe I have done everything here already by using the helpful boxes that somebody had programmed already. So I just press the button and load that up. I keep saying locust, but it's like is it lotus with a T, even though there's a C there?
What are we? Sorry, where is this? What are we looking at?
The locust, Lucus.
Oh yeah, that's just the word locust.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason it was just...
Locust is a bug, like the
Yeah.
giant bugs from Jurassic World Dominion. Locust is sort of like a specific location, kind of at the where something happens.
Okay. All right then. So I've already set up the... Okay, so this is all set up. So there's already a Coterie agent out on the field somewhere. The Claret Knight is hanging out over here, reusing the art. Looks like much like how they reused that sentence in the story text from another campaign. And he's got the Light of Pharos with him, which he's just hanging on to, I guess. All right, why don't we do opening hands, and then I'll read the act agenda and we can get started. I don't think there was no specific rules for this scenario, right? Yeah, so alrighty. Did you do your side deck yet?
Yep.
Oh, actually, there was one more order of business I needed to take care of, which is, of course, when I was editing the video, I noticed a mistake where Dan forgot to do a test at a very critical point. Dan had also never used the Eye of Ravens at that point, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he used the Eye of Ravens on this test. I need you to draw a token, Dan, to determine if we get an asterisk or not.
What?
Don't worry about it. Great job, Dan. You were testing at difficulty at 6 versus a 3 on an agility test we forgot to do last scenario.
You're so weird.
Dan, we have to preserve the timeline and the sanctity of the campaign and all the rules. So
I'm never really sure when Ben talks about asterisks. I'm really never sure if we're speaking figuratively or if Ben actually has a notebook somewhere where he like a crazy person with like a big stick of charcoal like just scratches this huge asterisk into it. Like either way sounds pretty plausible, and I don't really want to know the answer. So
all right.
Anyway, whatever just happened, it seems like it was good. So
it was in fact good. All right. How did I draw 8 cards? That's not what I wanted to happen. 1 second here. Try that again. Shuffle, draw 5 cards. Okay. All right.
You don't have 3 Studiouses.
Yeah, I know. Let's see.
That's pretty. Oh man, you're gumping from turn 1.
I mean, potentially.
The gump is online.
I don't know if I want. I don't need those.
Look at these two. Are these two people Mr. and Mrs. Gump? Like who are these?
They look like they're arguing and are.
I mean, yeah, I don't
in
think
different positions in life.
It would be funny if they were named Mr. and Mrs.
I mean, this looks like a stuck-up lady like yelling at a service person or something.
But... Yeah, I mean, I think in the art she is the one who is gumping and he is being gumped.
But I mean,
like she's the gumper and he's the gumpy. He's the victim of the gumping.
I mean, this also could be like, a standard rom-com early scenario where like, rich lady is yelling at this other guy and then, at the end of the day, they
Certainly,
become the Gumps, you know. So
it certainly could be. Yeah.
I guess do I actually want to keep Gumption in my opening hand? I feel like the answer is
I should get a
no.
cardigan. I could wear a cardigan.
I guess I keep Flashlight. It's unfortunately not the upgraded Flashlight, but I think I do want that to be able to get some clues early on.
The
So.
in the art on Flashlight, the expression the guy's making, that's how I feel when I see people playing Flashlight.
Okay. All right. So we got some cards. Not great, but I got Leo early on. Is good. No Lone Wolf this time, but
Leo's pretty good.
all right. Let's do your opening hand. 7 cards because you got Studiouses.
Oh yeah. Well, I really don't like very many of these cards.
Yeah.
Also, it's getting annoying that I have not discovered Strange Solution yet. We've been very time limited both scenarios, I think.
I mean,
And I'm not sure if we should expect that to change. So
I mean, last scenario was sort of self-inflicted because we could have had more time if we just let the card flip, but we didn't know if the scenario was going to end or not. So
yeah,
in the scenario before that, we had like 8 rounds left. We just we just were crushing it. So
we probably should have done it then. The only thing I'm considering keeping is 1 practice makes perfect. Do you have any thoughts about that?
I mean, that seems okay to get your engine going, especially.
Yeah, it kind of gets you moving early. Is what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay. I guess I will hang on to that. So I will mull 5. It's funny. I feel like I've ended up with 2 Alices a bunch of times, but the speech is great. The motivational speech is great.
Definitely.
No weapons is kind of annoying, but
well, hopefully you can get some draw going for some tests. All right, so let's look at acting agendas going on. All right. Brewing catastrophe. You refused the offer of the Coterie agent who appears to control things in Alexandria, and instead teamed up with a local Foundation operative, Hossam Siri, who hopes to see the Coterie ousted from the city. With any luck, you can claim the key here for yourself as well, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. While there are no other key lotuses in play, the Bourse counts as a key lotus for the purposes of card abilities. Alright, I'm sure that means something. The rabbits who run. The Bourse is their base of operations. Agent Siri summarizes what you know before you put your plan to action. If we're going to confront the Coterie, we first have to destroy the key lotuses scattered around the city. Otherwise, we don't stand a chance. You nod, recalling what the Claret Knight told you earlier. If you can find and destroy these lotuses, you can enter the Bourse once more. If the Claret Knight is defeated, or if an investigator controls the Light of Pharos, advance. And appears there's just 1 active agenda. But, you know, some of these could be... Well, there's 14 Doom on Agenda 1A. So, yeah, maybe that's along the agenda. We do have an assassin out. This assassin, at the end of the enemy phase, if a Coterie assassin is in the shadows, which is where she is, it attacks each investigator at each location with 1 or more concealed mini cards. Ooh, okay. So basically these... Until we find her, she's going to... If we're at a location with a card, she'll attack and do damage to us. We're starting at Kite Bay Citadel. I didn't look up any of the pronunciations beforehand.
I have no idea where to start with this one.
I mean, in well, is it like Qatar? Or no, actually, that's not how you pronounce Qatar, is it?
Qatar is like Cotter, is closer to the real pronunciation. Here's all
I'll
say. Anytime you see a Q not followed by a U, I think that's cool. That's weird and fun and kind of zany. I like it.
Yeah. All right, one of the most important historical strongholds along the Mediterranean, the citadel was built on the site of the ancient and famed lighthouse of Alexandria. All right. After you fail a skill test while investigating the citadel, you cannot discover clues or expose concealed mini cards at Coterie Citadel for the remainder of the round. Okay. All right. Cool. So, and then we also have these key lotuses in play. That we can looks like we can fight as if it were an enemy with 4 fight, and it has 6 health. Or you can spend a clue to deal 2 damage to it. When it's defeated, it's added to the victory display, and these guys all have victory on them. We can't enter the Bourse right now because
no.
Yeah, until we get rid of these keys.
I was so excited to visit the Bourse.
Yeah, so I should have put these. I probably should put these King Steel's cards on this side because we probably want to go that way first, but
Oh yeah.
whatever. So and then this guy does something, but he's just standing here right now. So
Maybe I should have gotten 2 Pathfinders instead of 2 Studiouses, or at least one of each.
yeah,
Eh,
Pathfinders would have been good, but
Pathfinder's
whatever.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So I guess we'll go. I have a waylay. I guess I kind of want to like gain a money and play Leo. Or is that?
I kind of want to play Alice and then try to get these clues and ping the concealed card. Now, if it's an enemy, I might. Could I go first and like if it's an enemy that's really annoying, maybe you taunt it and evade it if we need to.
Yeah, I mean it's this enemy.
Oh, we know.
If
We
it's an
don't.
enemy,
Yeah.
we don't know. It could be a decoy, but if it is an enemy, it's this lady. So she's a 2/2/4.
I don't. I guess I don't really care about getting hit for 1. So maybe I'll just investigate last click, and if I get hit once, it's fine.
Okay.
I think I will actually. I think what I'll probably do first is I'm going to use the anti-prism because
Oh yeah.
the way I'm planning on using this is like whenever it's available, I'm going to use it, and then whenever I've killed something, you can only flip it once per turn, but like
You know
if I
what?
kill something, if I'm sure I'm going to kill something, I put a doom on it and kill it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I guess also in theory,
Encounter cards or something. Yeah.
well, the other thing could be like if this would be maybe more for you than me, but if I had an asset I knew I was about to get rid of, like an empty gun or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
All right, so I will
Chip.
flip it right now. So I will search the top 3. I will select the magnifying glass and okay.
I probably can't convince you to play the speech on me, right? You need it for yourself,
Probably
I
not.
assume. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, I mean, I guess I'm also planning to crack the case, and I figured we could share that a little bit if
Oh,
I get these clues.
yeah. If you think you can get both of them, yeah, sure.
I'm hoping to. We'll see.
Okay.
Because I mean, you want to play Leo, but you have almost enough money for that, and then all the rest of your cards are bad. So like, I don't think you really need to play those.
Okay, great.
Um, all right, so I will click 1, play Alice for $1.
Motivational speech. Make it cost 3 less. Nice.
Alice, come solve mysteries with me. And then I guess I want to do. I'll play the magnifying glass too. And then I guess I want to do something else before I investigate because because actually, wait, what's the enemy like? Could I just punch it? No, not really.
It's a difficulty 3, right? Oh, the actual enemy. Yeah. And remember
You know
this.
what? Even if I get if it comes out, I'll just if it comes out, I'll just punch it last click and then I'll finish it off next turn because I still don't have a weapon. So
Yeah. Okay.
okay, so click 2. Practice makes perfect. Investigate.
No deduction.
Oof, gross.
No anything. Yeah.
I think that's just a whiff, right?
Yeah, because you can't. It's just
Wow, awful, awful, total whiff.
only fight cards there. Yeah, bummer.
Had a lot of targets. Even to take the initiative would have worked.
Yeah.
All right. Well, really hate to see it. So in that case, do I commit the perception?
You're at 5 versus. Oh, yeah, let's look at what are the symbols? Oh man, cultists are -5.
Do we have any of those?
We do. We have one because of however much time has passed.
That is pretty bad.
So
I will not commit the perception. Oh, sadly, I cannot.
Did you do your hunch deck?
Oh no, of course I did not.
Oh.
Oh.
Well.
I mean, I would have played. Well, I guess I wouldn't have played that until I knew I didn't find a deduction.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have. I probably wouldn't have thought of it for the Elder Sign. So,
yeah, Yeah, so unfortunately, nothing from the Elder Sign then. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad. But I do get a clue,
Yeah.
and then I will use Alice to ping the concealed card to decoy.
All right.
And then I think at the end of, so I still have a click left.
Yeah.
I think I will just hunch the clue and then crack the case.
Seems good.
So I'll do that. Crack. Do you want one or two, or what do you want?
Yeah, I'd take one or two. You still need money for. Give me one, so I don't have to click for money. Because
Okay.
you still need
Yeah,
money
because
for gun and meter and stuff. So.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right, and that's then I have an action left. I could go somewhere. Should I go somewhere?
Uh, y- yeah, if you want to. Well, because if you go to one of these places, then you're gonna get hit for 1 damage. So maybe you don't want to during the ending phase because
Yeah,
her
that's
ability.
very bad.
And those are the places we probably want to go because I think we want to clear these, and we also need to fight the lotuses here.
I will I'll just draw a card and I'll risk
But
hitting my
we
weaknesses.
also could just ignore
Okay.
these, Trevor, and deal with them later. We could go to the side of the map
All right.
first. So,
I'm all set.
all right. I play Leo, and then I don't have much. I don't really have money to do anything else.
Dana says, "Wait, this isn't dead heat."
What do you mean? Since Dogs of War? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we had asked about dead heat, but we were going to play that later this weekend. I think. Not
Yeah.
this one.
I think that's a future scenario. So, uh, how do you have a Lechonk emote? Are you secretly a Pokemon follower or something, Dana? um, all right, so where was I? All right, I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to draw another card, and I'll gain a money. And the next turn I can probably actually do something. All right. So enemy phase, nothing happens. Upkeep. All right. You can do your upkeep, Dan.
Yep.
And then Doom happens. I forgot to get that accessory out. Okay, and then counter card for me. Oh boy, Coterie Enforcer B. After you expose an enemy in the shadows not named Coterie Enforcer, if Coterie Enforcer is in the shadows, it attacks you. Oof. Okay. So if we find the assassin first, then this enforcer gets a free attack. Okay, so it's only one. So one of those will spawn on here, and then I guess I could spawn the other one like over here. We could go kill it first. I don't know, or I could put it in the pile if you're planning to go to one of these two places.
I don't really care.
All right, I'll put it over here. Okay, I got a card for you. Distorted
Reasoning.
reasoning.
Wow. Well, I think this is not great for Joe.
Can't perform the same type of action twice in a row. Okay.
That's pretty bad because like pretty frequently when you're fighting, you want to fight a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean you could like fight, do something else, fight again, but yeah, that's rough. And also, it doesn't go away unless you make past that test.
I mean, if I find a TTI, I could potentially get rid of it. Or if I use the eye. But yeah, those are probably the only ways that it could happen.
This is a brutal one.
It's definitely a great thing for Joe Diamond to draw turn one.
I kind of like the art because it's just like a regular person, but you can see there's like a subtle.
It is a terror, so if I find the logical reasoning in my hunch deck, I think I could kill it that way.
Yeah, it's true. If I had,
it's definitely, I'm a little mad that I drew it, but yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's our turn. What do we want to do?
I mean, I can punch this concealed card, or I can play Beat Cop and ping it. So we can do that.
Okay.
I can also furiously. Well, I guess I can't furiously draw to find a weapon because I can't do the same thing twice in a row. But I could, I could like draw one and see if I get one.
I mean, you could play B Cop, then draw one, and then. Oh no, then you wouldn't have money.
I could draw a card and then either play a weapon or beat cop. Might be good.
Okay.
Yeah, let me do that, I guess. You don't want to go first?
If you're not gonna move, then I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna see if you go to a location if it has a low shroud. I was gonna just go there and do flashlight nonsense, but
I probably won't move.
okay.
So,
Then I don't think it matters.
but I might. All right, so I'm gonna click one, draw a card. Vicious blow. Okay. Click two. I think I'll just play beat cop.
Okay.
I could ping the concealed card, but I don't really want to fight the enforcer.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna draw another card.
What's its evade situation? Oh, it's an evade of 1.
It is very easy.
Oh,
to evade.
I can kill that with this bad card, with the exploit weakness.
Oh.
Or can I? Wait a second. Can I actually reduce the test to 0? I can. I can with another bad card. I can reduce the test to 0. So, so I could kill it if it spawned here.
But yeah, I mean, we can also, if I find a weapon, I can also just kill it. But,
Yeah.
But all right, I'm gonna draw another card. So.
Okay.
All right, that's it for me. Oh shit, we completely forgot the hunch deck again.
No.
All right, well I definitely would have played that, but it's fine.
Okay. I mean, you can play it instead of that last draw. Oh no, you can't because you played the beat cop.
Oh, play counts. Man, that sucks so much.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have to do this test though.
Yeah.
And I think I don't think there's any way I can pass it. So I'm just going to hope I don't draw a bad token.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Oh, or should I just use the Eye of Ravens?
I mean that puts you at a base 6, so it gives you a decent chance to succeed. What's the situation with there's no, so there's 1 -4 I think, and cultist and a -5. So there's if you're at 3 above, you succeed on 15 out of 19 tokens.
I think I'm going to use the Eye of Ravens.
All right. Yeah, that one's much harder to flip back. So, you got it.
Good job, Dan.
Nice.
Yeah, I probably won't ever flip that. So.
All right. I don't know what the order is. I want. Eventually, I'll upgrade this trap so that's fast, and that'll be a lot better. But, let's see. I can gain the money and put down the trap, and then ping it. What's this hit for? Okay, I'm going to gain the money as my first action, and then I want you to ping the thing that's on us. And if it's the enforcer, I'll deal with it. Are you willing to do that, Daniel?
To ping the thing? Do you want me to?
Yes.
All right. I will do so right now.
All right. It is the enforcer. So it can engage one of us. Is it better for it to go on you and then I taunt it off? Or is it better for it to just go on me and I'll take an AOO, which is okay. Because it just does 1, right? You have Holomere, so we can heal up later if we get. All right, I'll just take it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play this trap card. Gets 2 time on it. So this reduces the each non-elite at the attached location gets -1 fight, -1 evade. So his evade is a 0 when he hits Leo. And then now I will play exploit weakness. So I'm going to try to evade him. His evade is 0, so I can play exploit weakness. I automatically succeed. Oh, I thought this did 3 damage. Oh no, it discards it. Okay, yeah, that's what I want. All right, so it gets discarded. Yes. Okay, and that was 3 actions total. How does Wendy exploit her weakness though. I mean, I'm a small girl. I just kind of punched her probably, right? I assume it's a below the belt or something. I don't know. Yes, I put a horror on Leo. For the AOO. Okay. Cool. So I dealt with that. Oh, this goes away. I forget the rules for these. So I know this is a decoy, but am I allowed to remove it, or can I not remove it because there's still a thing up there? This is like hasn't come up yet. um, mini cards, mini cards. Only conceal mini cards. Rescuer chooses.
I'm guessing you don't remove it because it would be too easy to forget which one was added by which enemy spawning. Like they don't. I don't think they keep track of that.
Okay, yeah, that's probably true. But for now we know this is a decoy.
Yeah.
All right, and then I guess last action I kind of want to move somewhere to start exploring more. So I guess I'll move up here. To the Corniche. Waves crash against waves crash against the road that runs along Alexandria's coast, spilling water into the streets. A hub of activity. Many streets intersect with the Corniche along its lengthy routes. Perhaps the perfect hiding place for Key Lotus. All right. After the Corniche is successfully investigated, increase the difficulty of each other test performed with the Corniche this round by 2. That's annoying.
I look away for 2 minutes to text some people, and you play the most bizarre cards.
Don't worry, it's customizable, so later it'll become more powerful. Not yet, because I didn't have any experience, but eventually it'll be customized.
You spent an action to play this?
Yeah, it's not ideal. I'm going to make it fast in the near future, but
oh, okay.
I will know if I turn dead, so that's upkeep time.
I mean, at least it doesn't. Oh, look, it's overzealous. I mean, at least unlike a lot of skill cards, it doesn't get hosed by your god awful weakness. So that's
yeah.
something.
All right. Oh, overzealous time. Oh, boy.
Attach to the Coterie enemy with the highest printed health, and it gets tougher. That's sort of annoying, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Well, it's not great.
Oh, it's good that it didn't.
Oh, it's definitely bad if we. It's definitely bad if we are in a.
Get hit by her now, right?
Yeah, we don't want to get hit by it.
I mean, at least it was there and it didn't go directly on him, which I assume. Well, actually, maybe going on him would have been better. But.
Well, I think we could pick, right? Oh no, highest printed health. So.
Oh, then it's definitely this guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that's probably awful then. Well, if I kill something, I could probably use the anti-prism to
get rid of it.
To get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's just standing over here for now. So.
Oh, actually, hang on. Could I put a doom on your trap?
You.
Oh no, it's not an asset.
Yeah, it's an event. So.
It has to be an encounter card, the current agenda, or an asset. Oh, you know what I just realized? You can put an agenda at the witching hour. You can do it for free too, right?
Yes, but unfortunately, this scenario does not appear to have a witching hour. It's 14 doom.
Yeah,
but in other times that might work.
You know what's also really good? This actually would work pretty well with magnifying glass 0 or magnifying glass upgraded as well, because you could put it on the magnifying glass, then bounce it to hand. That'd be great. Oh, that'd be awesome. Actually, I'm gonna upgrade now. Okay, so anyway, that gained surge, so I have to draw another one. Overzealous sucks. Find the okay, the nearest one. I guess in the shadows is considered like far away, right?
In the shadows is in play, but I think it's not the nearest. Let me look at it again.
This definitely sucks because this guy's probably gonna get a free hit on me, which is like 2 damage and 3 horror.
That's pretty
hit.
Awful. Yeah.
But I don't think I have any way to pass it, so. Oh man, I love drawing 3 encounter cards in a turn. That's really good.
Here, enemies in the shadows are considered to be enemies in the shadows can qualify as the nearest enemy, but only if there are no other enemies in play at any location. So.
Okay, so it has to be the knight, and man, that sucks.
And
I guess if I hadn't already used the anti-prism, I could use that right now and immediately get rid of the bound in red, but sadly no. Oh, hang on. Okay, so how about this? So suppose I wanted to, if I was willing to sacrifice one of my assets, I could shift the anti-prison. Oh no, you can't shift it twice in a turn, right?
Right. Is it
Is is that a global rule, or is that like you can't use one shift ability more than once per
I
turn?
think there was a rule for the keys somewhere. Let's see. It's can be activated during any play window as a fast trigger. Each key by title attached to Investigator Story can only be shifted once per round.
Okay,
So
all right.
in
So
theory, you
yeah,
could
I
do both of them in the same round, but not the same one
can't
twice.
do any shenanigans to like rapidly get rid of the bound and
Yeah.
red. Okay, whatever. So I will test agility 3 and fail, of course. If I should have committed the strange solution. All right, so I get hit for what 2 and 3. That's awful.
Yeah.
I'll actually here. I'll just load these guys up.
Yeah, you have another Alice, so you can always play her
Yeah.
if you need. All right, but
All right.
that was just overzealous.
Yeah.
So
Well,
then
great. Really good.
Doom happens, and I get an encounter card. I got the same thing, but at least I have a better chance of passing it. Is it worth committing like waylay to or something, or even resourceful? What do we do for the math? So my agility is only a 4 right now, not a 5. Oh, because I don't have a Moonstone out yet. Oh, but I have no. I have the Windy redraw. Oh no,
Mm.
it's the math here. So how many -3s are there? There's a squid and a just a regular -3, I think. But the
Ben, would you like to
skulls.
see another post from Out of Context Dinosaurs?
Okay. Um,
I think
doesn't
that's a good one.
it doesn't help too much. I did realize by moving here, skulls are -4s, which is not it's not good. I think I will commit resourceful and use Windy to redraw potentially. So, oh, all right, all good.
Nice.
Guess
Didn't even need it.
I guess I get this card back, but you know. All right, your encounter card.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Ugh,
This is gonna be a rough scenario. This is
this is
a
terrible.
red level danger scenario.
This just sucks.
So so
I hate this.
yeah. Well, I mean, you can flip the eye back over this round before you kill something or something, and
If I want to draw another encounter card, which will probably be another one of these.
oh yeah, that's that. Oof.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was the anti prism. Okay, well,
Well,
it's our turn. Um,
there's definitely some decks where you wouldn't care about this that much, but I feel like for a fighter, you really want to be able to just fight, fight, fight.
yeah.
All
I'll
right.
probably try to
Well,
get the clues from my location, or at
okay.
least one of them. This thing makes it harder each time I do it, but um, I mean, you could come here. Oh, we could kill this Lotus if you like moved and spent your 2 clues, and then I could grab a clue and spend it and kill it. Um,
I guess that would be good. I mean, I still really do. Well, I no, I could move and do it once. I couldn't do it twice.
oh yeah,
But I could move, draw a card, and do it. Try to find a
yeah.
weapon.
Oh, what's your thingy?
Oh yeah.
Oh hey,
Oh well, that's good.
yeah.
So I'll definitely play that,
Mhm.
and then I'll probably I mean I'll. Are we in a hurry to get rid of the key locus?
Uh, we're not in a hurry. That's just our objective, and I figure we want to like walk around the board basically, and
I mean
you know.
I could move and click at once. I mean we definitely it would be nice to get rid of it because otherwise the skull's really bad, right? So do you think you can like get both clues and spend them both?
After the Coterie successfully investigated, increase the difficulty of each other test performed at the thingy this round by 2. I was thinking I could get one, but I guess yeah. So I guess we won't be able to kill it this round because you can't move and click twice.
So in that case, I kind of don't want to move there just to
Okay.
avoid the skull, if that's all right.
Yeah, I might leave then, like go stand over here and come back. Um, okay. Then it sounds like we're acting independently. So
Right.
so you play that, get rid of your thingy.
And then probably draw a card. Still need to find a weapon, right?
Right.
Nope. Um, if I draw one more time, I'll have to discard something. Okay, hear me out. I'm gonna play the strange solution. So I think that
Okay.
is worth doing.
Are you powerful enough to be able to actually do the action on it yet, or no?
I think if I commit stuff, yeah.
Okay, because you do get to draw 2 cards and you pass it, so
Exactly. That's yep.
it's still like this. The strange solution test is like way less difficult than all the other ones, right? And it's still.
Yeah, pretty
I
much.
mean, they did taboo the Melteroni, but you know, still solid. Uh, okay. So are you all done? That was your 3 actions.
By the way, I'm also going to put a doom on it.
Does it go? Does it go away? Oh, it does.
It
Nice.
gets discarded,
Nice.
yeah. So,
Nice. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, the Doom clock is not scary at all, right? So.
oh yeah. And
Um.
now if we draw that, so if we draw the thing again, you get it. There's a test, so there's a player window. So if we draw the thing that makes the knight attack somebody, I can instantly get rid of the bounded weapon.
Well, this is an action though to get rid of it.
Oh, you're right. All
Yeah,
right. Well, I'll do
but
that next turn then.
yeah. All right. So I'm gonna draw a card. Ooh, Moonstone. I think I'm gonna use emergency cash to get myself money. Yeah. So I'm gonna cash for money, and then play. How many actions have I done? 1, 2, 3, 4. Play flashlight, and I guess I want to get. Do I want to stay here and get 1 clue? I think I do. Okay, I'm gonna grab 1 clue from here. So I make the test difficulty 0. And I guess it doesn't make sense to discard Moonstone just so I can play it immediately. Okay. All right. I'm all done. So I'll keep. And Doom happens. And counter card for me. Warped reality. Attach your
Oh,
location.
it's so warped.
After you end your turn at attached location, choose a non-weakness card in your hand and set it aside out of play as a hollow. Double action or to get rid of warped reality.
That seems
Okay.
awful.
Well, so the hollows like were sort of mentioned in the first scenario, but we like barely drew cards related to them, so it's unclear how
it
bad
just
they
seems
were.
like it's very snowbally. Like if you
Yeah.
there's a lot of cards that if you don't already have a bunch of hollows, they're fine. But if this is like the 6th hollow card you've drawn, it gets very bad, right?
Mm,
So I feel like because of that, given that we're still kind of early in the game, I feel like we want this to not happen to us.
yeah.
It's annoying because we still have to deal with the thing,
Well, I
right?
mean, depending what you draw, I might be able to like get this clue and like ping this twice and leave.
Yeah.
And you might be
All
able to just
right.
like
So
walk through and hit it or something. Oop.
Scarlet Beast. Wow, look at this guy. Oh,
Um.
this sucks.
So.
Oh man, because I don't have weapons yet, really.
Yeah,
All right.
it's nasty.
Yeah. Well, not a lot we can do about it. I mean, I think I need to take. Oh, actually, oh, the makeshift trap.
Actually,
Oh,
the trap. I think the trap's gone. Yeah. Went away last round. Sorry.
I Ben, walk me through it. Why do we have the makeshift trap in our deck? Is it because it reduces evade
it's
difficulty
it's
and
for
that helps you
reducing
get the
it's for
test down to
reducing the
0?
evade difficulty. Yes.
Are there any cards that can reduce the difficulty of things that you didn't put in your deck? Like, are there any that you were like, no, that's too bad, or did you just take all of
I
them?
didn't put the fighting ones in, but
Okay.
I think
All
there's a
right.
fighting one, but anyway, let's move it
All
on.
right.
So
All right.
yeah, what do we want to do about this guy?
So I can kill him. I need to hit twice and use vicious blow and beat cop, and I can do it. Oh, actually, let's see what my hunch is, because if I yeah, there's no way for that to help. What I think I want to do is hit this guy twice, and assuming I succeed, I want to play the no stone and desperately try to find a weapon. How's
Okay,
that sound?
seems all right.
All right, I'm gonna do that. Unless you want to go first for some reason. And
No, I
I
think
recommend that you maybe, even though it sucks, I recommend that you maybe get rid of the warped reality, because I think we have a little bit too much stuff to do in the Corniche to just not to just like ignore it.
I mean, I was gonna hit this twice and leave. Was my plan, and not ignore the warped reality.
I
But
guess, yeah, and then I guess in the future I could move, hit it, and then move
yeah,
again. Okay,
or I
yeah,
could
that's
go
fair. All
back
right.
and hit it. As you said, there's no like
Well,
we're not desperate to kill the keys immediately. So
yeah, that's fair. All right, so I will punch this guy with a vicious blow. So that gets me at 6 versus 2. I will not commit anything. Oh,
wow,
it's Joe Diamond o'clock.
what do you got?
So it's
Like
hunch, crack, or logical. Hunch is always great. I logical might be the safe.
yeah,
No, I think we have to go.
yeah, both of those are potentially good, but it's just they show up randomly, right? They are gonna get shuffled in though, because I don't think you're gonna play your no stone, right?
I'm hoping to, but we'll see.
No, well then it'll just be at the
Okay,
bottom of your deck anyway.
yeah. Well, but in the future, if I miss playing something, which often you do, you know.
Okay.
All right, so I picked the hunch. I passed the test, so that's 2 damage. And then I go again, and I really don't have anything to commit, do I?
I mean, you have initiative, but that's only two actions, two symbols now.
The retaliate's pretty bad. Because I'm up by 3. That's pretty good. All right, so click 2, punch. Oh, good job, Dan.
Yes.
All right, and then I beat cop to finish him off.
Okay. Nice. Click the discard button. Okay. I think all the tokens get automatically trashed now when you hit
Oh,
discard.
very nice.
So
And then yeah, I think for my last click, I think I will play the no stone and try to find a weapon.
okay. Seems good. Should I give you? Do you want like three of these so you could have one always set to like three and
You
six
gotta
and
be kidding. Come on.
oof and no
Um,
weapons?
I think I take the PMP because that could be another vicious blow if I'm stuck fighting something again.
Hmm.
And I don't like the money from Cryptic would be nice, but I don't have anything to spend it on.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense.
yeah.
All
All right.
right. Um, that was your three actions then, right?
That's true.
All right. Um, I'm going to flashlight to get the glue because I made the test a 0. And then I will spend both clues to do 4 damage to the Lotus. And then I will leave. There's no like restriction on that, right? Okay, yeah. Alright, so then I'll move over to the catacombs of Kam El Shokafa. Kifa? It means the Mound of Shards. It is a site of many tombs, statues, and ancient relics, a conflux of Egyptian, Roman, and Greek influences. It is now partially underwater and closed to the public. Who knows what other secrets lie buried within? This might be a scary location to hang out at. Okay. It's Shroud 5. And if you investigate, instead of discovering clues, you can draw 3 cards. And if I, but I can reduce the difficulty by 2. If you do draw, okay, all right, that's it. I don't know. There's no victory here though, so I don't know. I guess the clues aren't really for directly getting victory. They're for killing the lotuses, which have victory on them. So, all right, well, that's my turn. So enemy phase, we still have no enemies that do anything, right? Or we have this, but only if we're at a shadowy space. So upkeep then. All right. Did I spend my 2 money when I played Flashlight? Has it been 2 turns since I played it? I guess so. Yeah. Okay. So Doom happens and encounter card for me. What's a new one?
Wow.
Goes my threat zone. When your turn begins, reveal a token. If it's a spooky token, the first action of your turn must be the ability below, if able. Oh, okay. So just randomly, I'll lose 2 actions. Is basically what this is, right?
That's kind of cool. Or you can just get rid of it.
Yeah, or I can choose to lose 2 actions at some point.
That's kind of neat. That's an interesting one.
Yeah. All right.
Splintered space. My location. Interesting. Okay, so I attach it to my location. I test agility. If I fail, I take a damage.
Yes.
So like the second splintered space is the same as the first one if it comes in a different location. If it comes at the same location, it's like worse.
Take more
and
damage.
So it encourages you to kind of move around. I get like the only way to really play around it is to move around.
Yeah, and also like this is a hex too, so like that makes them worse.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so for now I just test agility 3, and if I fail, I take a damage. So somehow I fail. So I take a damage.
All right.
All right. And the hunch for this turn. God damn it. All right. Unsolved case. And I still don't have a weapon. What I'm kind of thinking of doing, because I'm still on the hunt for a weapon here, is play the unsolved case, discover the strange solution, and flip the prism to get rid of Bound in Red. Because the thing is, I think when we eventually fight this guy, well, I think this guy is tough enough that I think we want to get rid of the Bound in Red eventually. So we should do it before we draw another copy of that thing that makes him hit us, right?
Yeah.
Is that right, or am I overthinking it? Like, can we just ignore it?
I think you will likely get hit by this guy again in the future by drawing that card. Oh, I guess we've drawn that card twice, so maybe there's only one more copy of
Have
it.
we?
Because I drew it and
Wait.
you drew it.
Oh, okay.
The swift retreat.
Oh, so it might only happen one more time.
Actually, there might only be 2 copies of it. It's card number 5 out of 6 in the in 6 out of 6, I assume.
Okay. So maybe I wait on flipping it. It's basically saving 1 and 1, which is nice, but like I could just play the Hallowed Mirror kind of if I was worried about that, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so no, I think we have drawn both copies of this particular card.
Okay.
The swift retreat. So maybe that's not a priority until like the
This is, by the way, when I place a clue to the unsolved case, it is going to go on the catacombs where you are.
I mean it just means it'll be hard for us to pick it back up.
Yeah. I mean, there's always Scene of the Crime and Hunch and stuff. So
yeah.
Should I go or do you want to go?
What am I gonna do my turn? You're not gonna be able to somehow ping this, or
I mean, I can, like, if you want me to go finish this off, I can do that, and that'll be my whole turn. Oh no, because I really want to get rid of the unsolved case.
Yeah, because you don't want to end your turn here, right? Something bad happens. Yeah.
I would really rather not.
Well, you get to choose a card from your hand though, so it's not terrible. Like the loss of the card isn't terrible. It's the potential badness of having hollows.
Yeah, that's what's great. The thing is, once you get some more clues, you have more actions. You can like pop up there, finish it off, and then leave. So it's not like I have to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna not do the locust this turn.
Okay.
So I'm gonna.
And remember, you can also fight the lotus eventually too. Like it takes damage as if it were an
That's true.
enemy.
Yeah. Once I get weapons out. So click 1, unsolved case. Drop a clue on your location. Click 2. I will try to do the strange solution test. So it's agility. It's 5 against 4. I'm gonna commit perception. Make it 7 against 4, and I think I will also. I think I don't commit anything else. So I'm up by 3, and I pass. All right. So the strange solution gets discarded. including its doom. And I draw 2 cards plus 1 from the perception. Oh, I play the cryptic writings. And I almost have enough to play the guns, but not quite. Very sad. I also have a shortcut which will help for dealing with warped reality type situations in the future.
Okay.
Really wish I had one additional dollar.
What was your? Oh, it was the bad thing. Okay.
Yep. I'm going to actually. I don't want to discard these cards, but I guess I'm just gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
I'll take a money.
Okay. Those are all your actions.
Yep.
Okay, so at the beginning of my turn, I draw a token. It's a 0. I guess this is also something we could like put Doom on and then trash, if we need to in the future. Is that who's the? Does that have to be at your location? Oh, the nearest investigator. What's what kind of card at their location? Okay, so it would have to be at your location.
So if I'm at your location, I could choose you, I think.
Yeah. Also, are you the only one that can shift? Yeah. Okay. So.
But I think I could shift and say that you have to do it. Because the nearest is.
Oh, if we're at the same location, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could.
Because we're both equally close, kind of. Even though that doesn't really make sense, but.
Okay. Okay, but it's on the good side right now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I can get these clues right now. So can I do the draw thing somehow? Is that worth doing it somehow? I don't think so. So I could go here, but I don't want to end my turn there because of this, unless I get rid of it somehow. But I think I want to scout this location. So I'm gonna go here.
You probably evade it.
Yeah. Zanetz El Satat. It's a marketplace known for its twisting.
Sounds right.
It's twisting streets, bustling shops, and grisly past. You can't help but dart your eyes between the many alleys and hiding places along these narrow streets as you search for the key lotus tucked away here. Alright, let's see. While you fight an enemy while at this place, you can either spend 1 action or increase the enemy's fight by 2 for this attack. Oh, you must. So it's harder to fight things here. Which I guess would mean this is as if it were an enemy, so that would apply to that guy, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so I could just evade this. This is a decoy, but I don't want it here because of this lady will attack me. And is that worth just like committing manual dexterity to get a draw out of? I think it is. I need to draw. Alright, so I'll try to evade that. Alright, I guess we'll discard the Moonstone and immediately play it to redraw the auto fail. Okay. Is this test? This is not really an important test. I could play the lucky to pass it and still get to draw my card, but I don't know if that's worth it for this test.
I mean, you might toss the winging it and redraw if you think you can pass that one.
I already did a redraw because I drew
yeah.
auto fail, and I discard the Moonstone to get the Moonstone out, which was part of the reason I did the test. Whatever.
And you're taking into account the okay.
Yeah, I'll use the lucky and draw a card off of it. It's fine. Okay. So that was 2 actions. So this goes away. It's a decoy. And that was 2 actions.
That's a terrible place to fight stuff.
Yeah. Can I get these clues? I have 1 flashlight charge, and I have a winging it. Winging it's bad. I don't know if I can really get these clues this turn. So not without boosting my intellect somehow. Hi Tress. Okay, I'm gonna draw a card. How do I wing it? And draw one more card. Okay, cool. All right. Upkeep, and then doom will happen. Oh, good. There's no lucky. And a counter card for me. Did you do upkeep?
Yep.
All right, I got the splintered space, so it's gonna go here, and it's just 1 damage if I fail it. So I think I'll just test it. Okay,
Nice.
I pass. All right. Counter card for Dan. Oh no.
God damn it! Literally the turn before I was going to play a gun too.
Yeah.
I'll probably just let him AOO me.
Yeah. Probably gonna need to turn to heal up at some point, but
yeah, probably. Yeah, he's also, it's going to take half the bullets in my gun just to kill him too. I could also just punch him twice and get a vicious blow with practice makes perfect. Oh, in fact, I could punch him twice and use the vicious blow both times is what I'm thinking.
what are
But
the
that could
odds of
go that could go 9/11ths.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. I think considering that I really wanted to get the gun out anyway, it's probably reasonable to just do that. Yeah, I'll probably play the gun and oh well I'll use the anti-prism,
Mm.
play the gun. Oh man, I know I can't
Well,
flip it twice. Yeah.
yeah. Well, if you use the anti-prison, that thins your deck down to 10, so it gives you a 9 out of 10 chance of getting that vicious blow, right?
That is true.
It's pretty tempting.
But the thing is, it's not really. I don't really want to use like both vicious blow activations that way. I don't think.
To save AOO and bullets.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just play the gun and shoot him twice.
What's your hunch?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that helpful somehow?
I mean, I'll play that one way or another.
I mean, you could
but
oh no, his fight gets boosted when you go to Locus. Never mind.
yeah. Yeah, I'll just play the gun and shoot him twice.
Okay.
All right. Play the gun. Get hit.
Yeah, I like the campaign so far, Tress. This is our third scenario. I don't know. There's been a lot of strategic choices in it. The first scenario, I think we got very lucky and rolled through it, and the second scenario was a little bit tighter and had a little bit more thematic of us desperately trying to escape. So Dan's trying to shoot this guy. This is quite a monster. This looks like a D&D monster more than a Lovecraft monster, I think.
It's definitely. I mean, it's pretty nasty. It's just a normal non-elite, like non-victory enemy. But hey, it's a red scenario, you know.
Yeah.
All right, and then I think I will play the. I might as well play the shortcut, right? It's just. I don't want to go. I think I'll probably come to where you are, unless there's a reason not to. Well, we don't want to fight stuff there.
Yeah, it's
I mean, maybe I don't. Maybe I just let it get shuffled.
I mean, you could get. Oh no! If you go to one of those places, you'll get hit by the lady. If you come to me,
Yeah, I don't
like if
want
you
that.
come to me, the risk is if you draw an enemy, it'll be scarier. Although we've drawn both of these beasts, I think this. I guess there can't be three of them, right?
Well, and I have a shortcut in hand, so if I drew an enemy, I could shortcut somewhere else to fight it.
Yeah.
So I think I will shortcut to you.
Okay.
Well, because I see. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll shortcut to you.
Okay. You don't have the you don't have the action to go finish this off yet, right? Yeah, because you also could.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My turn. I have to draw the compulsion token. Okay. So I'm still okay there. What's something useful I can do on my turn? Can I get these clues? I have a lucky now, so I could maybe get them. Is there a test I can do to discard a winging it? That's kind of what I actually want to do, so that I can play winging it from discard. I don't have gumption or bitter flashlight yet in order to make shed light work here. Yeah, there's nothing I can do a test on. Oh, did you do the shift yet? You want to do that, right? Or do you not?
Um, yeah, I guess I might as well, right?
Yeah, we want to try to do that every turn to get the most uses out of it, right?
Yeah. Guns all over the place.
Oh,
Take the sword.
yeah. I guess it's unless you didn't want to discard something, but
No, that's fine.
okay. So I wish I had a useless test to do, but I guess I don't. So I guess I will. Is there any horrible penalty for failing on something really bad? Let's place a doom on the nearest key lotus, but it's not too bad right now because we're gonna kill those. So, all right. I guess I'll just do a plain investigate. That's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna discard a winging it to try again. Okay, great. So I succeeded on the plain investigate. Which is not exactly what I wanted to do, but I guess that's fine. Um, Maybe I just move and kill this and come back. Because I don't really want to. I don't really want to use a wing it to try again here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna actually gain the money. Oh no, I can't do that. So I will move up here. I'll spend the clue to get rid of this lotus, and then I'll move back down to you. I think. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
We got one on the board.
We got one. All right. Upkeep. All right. And then Doom will happen. We're at 6 out of 14, so we're about halfway through the scenario. Got
Not going great.
Touch of the Beyond. Place one Doom on the asset you control with the highest printed resource cost. Oh. Alright, well, Leo might be heroically sacrificed at some point later in the scenario.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, but on the upside, this means that I can make you load up more Doom on him with the anti prism.
I mean, maybe depends how quickly we want to kill him, but yeah, because we got time. We don't need to kill him right away. But I like the art on this.
Yeah.
It's like it looks like there's like a wormhole up here you got you or whatever. And it's gonna suck you in or something. But
Oh no.
all right, kind of card for Dan. Oh, you also got that. But that's like a lot.
Well, so that's
Like a lot
I
better
have
for you
several
though.
choices here.
So
Yeah, and I think we pick Alice. I mean the beat cop is maybe more likely to die, but
in the B cop you can force to die. And do you have one copy of B cop or two?
one of beat cop, two of Alice. The other
Uh,
Alice is in the bin, but I'm probably gonna cycle. I'm gonna pick Alice, I think.
okay. All right. Uh, now you could put Doom on Alice to load her up. Well, you don't have a way to.
I mean
You
actually,
don't have a
you know
way
what?
to. You don't have a way to
You
specifically
know
kill
what?
Alice though.
I probably should have put it on the gun because the gun is gonna run out of bullets eventually, right?
I mean, you could
Oh,
still.
I also definitely forgot when I killed the enemy, I could have recycled something. I guess it's sort of too late for that.
I mean, you haven't drawn from the hunch deck since then, so you probably could.
Yeah, let me shuffle something back into the hunch deck, and I'm gonna pick a.
And you can change this Doom if you want to. It's not like it wasn't a peril, so it's not like you know.
Yeah, I probably will. I'm gonna shuffle back in a no stone.
Okay.
Now let's do the logical. Just no, let's do it. Let's do the shortcut just in case.
Okay.
All right. So shortcut goes back into the, or is it shuffle or is it
Bottom.
the bottom? Okay. All right. So shortcut on the bottom of the hunch deck. And yeah, let's put this on the gun because we're gonna use the gun up and then replace it with another weapon. So
Okay.
all right. So now let's see what the hunch is. Oh, sketches. I would like to play that. I could like play that, spend a clue to damage the locus. Uh, play some combination thereof.
Sure.
Okay.
And you
So
can dump more Doom on. You can flip this over and put Doom on the Colt if you want.
yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
Unless it just sits there and we have we have nothing else to fight.
I mean, you'll have to play over it at some point. We are at 9 out of 14 now, but we have a couple turns. So.
All right, so I will. I'll play the sketches, and I think I'll investigate and then attack the locus, or investigate and spend a clue. That is.
Sure.
Sound okay? Yeah. There's too many cards. I'll probably play this shortcut. I'll play. Oh, but then that just adds more cards. Too many cards.
Are you able to get these clues by like committing a bunch of stuff? Like maybe go over there because you're trying to get rid of cards.
You know what, Ben? That's very wise. I'll shortcut over there, and
I mean, half of your cards draw more cards, but you know,
it's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Okay, so I commit a deduction and a perception. So that's the 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 against 5. That's pretty good. I don't think I need to commit anything else.
Yeah, you're at there's 2 minus 5, so it'd be to pass on 2 more tokens if you commit something else. 2 more tokens out of 19. You're at 16 out of 19 right now. All right, nice.
Okay. So I get 2 clues and draw 1. And last action, I'm going to try to get the last clue and then crack the case. Okay. So I'm going to commit Inquiring Minds. Gets me up to +4 again.
All right.
Oh,
nice.
All right. Succeed. Get the last clue. Crack the case for $5.
Nice. All right. Cool. So I gotta do this test. Oh, still don't lose all these actions. I'm gonna play Track Shoes, and then I think I'm gonna I'll go start exploring over here. I think. So I will move and I'll try to Track Shoes. Is there a horrible thing that happens? I can redraw if I get that. Okay, let's discard reading it. Redraw. Okay, great. All right, so I passed the Track Shoes test. Do I want to go here or here? Which place would maybe have lower shroud? I feel like the college might be higher because of research or whatever. So I'll go to the hotel, the Windsor Palace. It's one of the finest hotels in the city, serving its elite. If there's anything anywhere the Coterie, if there's anywhere the Coterie envoys might be hiding, this is it. According to your intel, it's also the hiding place of one of the Claret Knight's supposed loci. All right. While you're at the hotel, if there's a key lotus here, increase the cost of everything. If there's no lotus, reduce the cost of everything. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna get all the clues from here. Yep. Okay. Oh no, I don't have the money. Dang it. I'll do it next turn. So I have done 2 actions. Yeah, I'm one action short of being able to get all the clues. So maybe I go investigate the college and come back so the college is clues are revealed. Then I'll need one more dollar. Do that. I'll do that next turn. So I will, or I could get rid of this compulsion. I'm gonna get $1 and draw a card. Okay. Oh, look what I found. Okay. All right, I'm all done. So upkeep and doom happens. We're at 10 out of 14 right now. Oh, sorry. During enemy phase, there's a concealed card here, so it hits. It hits Leo, and then I get an encounter card. Oh, I got the space thingy, so that's great. All right.
Pretty good.
It's not great.
Oh,
but
now they're all gonna go away.
They'll all poof, right? Is there a window for you to? Oh no, it's on the good side right now. All right. So I test agility, and I pass, and then they all. Oof. Okay. Cool. Encounter card for Dan.
It's a provocateur.
Oh boy.
Spawns nearest location with a key locus. That's going to be either on you or up here.
No. So no, it's oh, it's different. Okay. It does spawn nearest location with the key locus.
Oh,
That's here.
Oh yeah, didn't see that.
So
that's sort of okay because I might be able to like ping it and kill it without having to taunt and fight it.
Can't attack. So he like protects you. Like I think the intent is it like stops you from attacking the Lotus. But you can still
spending clues. Oh yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, maybe we don't care then.
I mean, he patrols, so he'll eventually like walk over here, but maybe.
Right. I mean, I was planning. Well, okay, let's see what my hunch is.
And he stops us from like fighting other stuff too. So
I probably won't play the no stone. I was kind of planning to just work on this locust, so I was gonna maybe like. I was gonna maybe like move there. I was gonna maybe hit it with my guns, but I guess I could spend clues instead.
Yeah, either works. Remember that if you do a fight, it costs an action, or the difficulty is increased by 2. So I think this is a good clue location.
What I'm kind of thinking is I'm not going to be able to get rid of the key locus this turn anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wish my beat cop wasn't so very wounded. Like this turn I could ping it with Alice, and then maybe next turn I could like play Hallowed Mirror, heal the beat cop, and then ping it with beat cop or something.
Yeah, some combination of that sounds okay to me.
Okay. Well, I guess for now I'll just move there. We're not at the stage where we're ready to stop picking up clues, right? Like we still need a lot to do this unless we want to start fighting them.
I mean we need, if we just use clues, we need 9 clues. But if you also like fight them a little bit, we need less. But we have you have 4. I'm hoping to pick up like 3 this turn.
I'm kind of I mean maybe picking up clues isn't the best.
I feel like we'll be like 1 clue short of like just spamming the ability on it.
What I'm kind of, because the thing is like I can definitely just start hitting them. It's just it was tough up until now because I didn't have weapons, but now I do. So like
I don't know what else we have to use the clues for. It appears this map, assuming this has 2 clues on it, there's exactly enough clues on the map to like kill the Lotuses.
Here's what I'm thinking. This turn I'm gonna play the mirror, heal the beat cop, ping him once.
Okay.
And also spend a clue to damage the locust. And then next turn I can ping him again and finish off the locust. And that way we don't have to worry about him. That way I can like attack the locust next turn instead of spending all my clues, you know?
Okay. Yeah, because you want to use up the gun anyway.
Yeah, I want to use it up and then play some swords. I want to go to sword time.
Makes sense. So, okay.
Okay. So I will play the mirror. Soothing Melody, heal beat cop for 2, draw a card.
Wow.
I don't think I need more money though.
Okay.
No, I'll take money. Um, and then I will ping the guy, and I'll spend a clue to.
2 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, that's it.
All right. I'm gonna move up here. Oh wait, sorry. I gotta draw a
Oh,
token
and I'll
first.
use the anti-prism also.
Okay.
You can go ahead. This doesn't really matter.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Before I move, I have to draw a token to see if I lose actions. Draw a token so I don't lose. Okay. So I do lose the actions. So
Okay.
your turn begins. The first action form must be below, if able. Why is it if able? Okay. I guess maybe if you don't have enough actions. Okay. So this goes away, but I only have 2 actions, which is fine. I will move up here. Okay. Move, draw exactly 1 card from your deck while you're at the cards. Okay, interesting. Alright, and then I'm going to try to trigger track shoes. I will. I guess I'll manual dex it. Okay, draw a card. Okay, extra Leo to get down at some point. So I move back down here. Now I will flashlight to investigate. I'll use the shadow light. So the test will automatically succeed, and I will get 2 extra clues. So I get all these clues. But that is the end of my actions. Do I kill Leo now? I don't have enough money to play him again yet. And I'm probably not going to have enough money to play him again. Unless I click for money.
If you're thinking of killing him because you're not sure you're going to have the opportunity to like put damage on him, I think you definitely will, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Okay, so I'll just take damage for myself then during enemy phase.
So yeah, try to keep him up as long as possible.
Yeah. All right, so my turn is over. So I took a damage from the enemy effect, and then upkeep. So I'm gonna draw my weakness at some point, but I guess I don't care too much about that because there's like 1 clue left on the board, or 2 clues. Okay. Doom happens. We're at 11 out of 14. Just count a card for me. Oh, that's new. Beyond the Pale. And there's features somebody looking into like a botanical freezer or something, but there's also a spooky portal.
That's pretty cool art. I really like that.
So this looks like it's the same thing as that agility one, except it just it's the horror side of it. So
yeah, it's the will horror one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... I mean, as long as you're not like hanging out and drawing a bunch of them on the same location, it seems like these are pretty manageable. But it could be bad if you get really unlucky.
Okay, so it's a will test. I will do that quick.
Oh man, got another one of these jerks.
So I do fail. Okay. I'm just gonna take the horror. So okay, and you got I get a second one. Oh man.
Yeah, that's really annoying. I mean, you dynamite would be good.
You can just spend the clues.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, it's now no longer worth killing the first one, kind of.
Yeah.
It just means we have to like try to avoid.
I mean, they'll walk over after us at some point, but.
Yeah, but even then, even if they're on it, all they really do is stop you from hitting it. Like I could probably move over there and get in.
They stop you from hitting like the concealed stuff as well. There's at least 2 more of these enemies in this encounter deck.
Yeah, but I typically Alice ping the concealed cards, right? So
oh yeah, it stops you from attacking. Yes.
Or B Cup. Like B Cup and Alice, I think, provide a lot of flexibility here. Let's see what the hunch is. Oh, it is a hunch. I mean, that's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, lets you get rid of one of them at least, if you want.
See, it's just too bad that Oh, well, you know what I can do? I can I can put a doom on the provocateur and then kill him.
It's true.
Um,
Uh,
so yeah, I think what I'll do, we're at 10 out of 14. No,
11,
11 out of
11 out of
14.
14. So we have, you know, one or two more turns before we have to kill something.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just over, even if there's bullets on here, if you were desperate, you could just overplay it, but that would be sad.
Yeah, exactly. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to hunch this last clue, ping one of the provocateurs, um, spend 2 clues. Then the other one will immediately start moving, which sucks.
Uh, yeah, but we'll basically have enough clues to get everything, I think.
Okay, so you think we don't need to hit them at all?
We might, like, maybe we have to hit this one once. There's exactly enough clues on the board to, like, kill them with clues.
I mean,
Which is what
next
we've done
turn,
so
if
far.
nothing goes wrong, next turn I could probably like move, and then punch that one once before the provocateur gets there.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be okay. And I can always just ping again, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, I forget.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip this anti-prism, put a doom on this provocateur,
Okay.
hunch this clue, use Alice, ping and kill the provocateur.
Okay.
And then I'm going to. So that was all. I haven't spent an action yet.
Correct.
So I will spend a clue to do 2 damage to this locust. Spend another clue to do 2 more damage to it.
Nice.
And probably just start moving, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to assume that we're going to have to deal with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could just engage and kill him if that's what you.
Well, what I'm going to do is ping him with Beat Cop, and then I'm going to heal the Beat Cop.
Okay, nice. That makes sense.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
So my turn. So I think I'm just gonna kill this Lotus.
Yeah, just do it.
Don't. Yeah. So I will spend 3 actions to kill it, spending all my clues. And then I think I'll just move to the college. Well, I guess skulls are scarier if I end my turn there. But if I end my turn here, there's a chance I draw beyond the pale.
I wouldn't be that worried about
this.
You're Wendy. Like if you really don't want to fail something, you have a lot of ways to not fail it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, okay, I'll move up here. And then during enemy phase, this is gonna hit me again though. Yeah, I could move to here instead and not get hit, but also like I got a lot of health to work with, I think, so. Think I'm okay. Alright, then upkeep. I guess I'm gonna have to discard something. Oh, there's Lone Wolf. Little late for Lone Wolf. So maybe I should just discard that.
Or like late wolf.
No, I'll discard track shoes. Okay. So Doom happens. We're at 12 out of 14. I got compulsion again. Could be annoying. Maybe it won't be. Who knows? Counter card for Dan if you've done your discards and stuff.
Yep. Ooh, this shit again. Well, I mean, at this point, I feel like if there is another copy of that card, it's very bad. But
I think I'm pretty confident there's no other copy, but I guess there's a slim chance the deck will get shuffled before the game ends, and
I think the bigger problem is we are eventually gonna have to fight this guy, right? Or we think we will.
I mean, the victory condition is defeat him or take control of the light. I'm assuming like there's something on here with like clues that lets you like take control of the light.
Yeah. Oh, didn't this guy move on enemy phase?
Oh yeah, he did. He should have. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
And then hunch is it's a scene. That is probably useless.
If you had a Pathfinder, then you could like use it to get this clue, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so what I'll probably do, well, can you so you could like get that clue and drop it on the locus, and then I could finish it off with my clues, right?
Yeah, if you can get here. Yeah.
No, I mean we can't do it this turn, but
But
like
next turn
pretty
next turn
soon.
we could finish it off.
Yeah.
We could also save the clues and you could shoot it, but because potentially we might want to shoot it over here. I don't know.
Or we might be able
It's
to.
like are we gonna try to kill this guy or are we gonna try to like evade take him while we get clues or something? I don't know. Again, I don't know what's here, but I'm assuming there's a way to take it from him. And because I can't see any of the cards, I'm assuming it's on this location.
I think if the so I think if the bound and reds are gone, I think killing him is pretty easy. I think I can definitely do it. If the bound and reds are gone, and if I have enough bullets or sword charges, I think I can do it.
Okay, so in that case, we should start trying to get rid of the bounded reds. Like you should take an action to flip this to get rid of one of them.
So probably what I'm going to do then is I'm probably going to move to the college. Along the way, I'm going to ping and kill the provocateur. Actually, wait, we can just not care about that, right? Because we're going to we think we can just ignore it.
This location will become a Key Lotus once all the other ones are gone. So and he would stop us from fighting the knight. So
yeah, okay.
I mean, it's possible we get here and start fighting knight and kill him. Oh no, we don't. He's got a lot of health.
I think we want to kill the provocateur. So I will move and I'll ping him along the way, and I'll probably end my turn at the college and I'll get rid of one of the bounded reds. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Or I could fight the key locus. Actually, isn't terrible.
Well,
because that helps us save. Maybe we can spend the clues on something else, and that way I use up these stupid bullets, right?
Yeah, this location might also have like victory on it, so we might want to get the clues anyway. But
yeah,
sorry.
Okay, yeah, it's just blind run stuff. We're just speculating, right?
Yeah.
So all right, so I'm gonna just move.
But you do want to get rid of the guns at some point. So
yeah, yep.
I mean, you could shoot the concealed thing. You wouldn't have actions to actually fight the lady, though.
Yeah, I don't think we really care. All right, so I move, I ping, I move again, and yeah, I think I will, because I think I want to get rid of the gun pretty soon. So I think I might as well use one of these bullets.
Okay.
So I attack it as if it was an enemy with 4 fight. I have 5 fight. I commit an overpower. And so I have 7. Actually, no, the Colt gives me +1, so I have 8.
Nice.
All right, so I do 2 damage to it.
Nice. All right. All right, I gotta check the compulsion. What is it? Should go away if you draw the other sign. Oh. Okay, so
That'd be cool.
Also, there's a thing here that says when you would draw exactly 1 card from your deck while at the college, you can instead look at the top 2 cards of your deck, choose 1 to draw, and shuffle the other back in your deck. Oh, I could have triggered that during upkeep, couldn't I? No, oh well. I'll do it during this upkeep. So, yeah, Lone Wolf's not useful to me. Yeah, what's our threshold for Doom here? We have to get rid of at least 1 of the Doom next turn. I could also let Leo die after next turn too. So, so I can just investigate and try to get the clue. If I fail by 2, I'll get look what I found it. It's kind of feels bad to use on 1 clue though. Do you have scenes? Do you have 2 scenes and 2 hunches still in your hunch deck, or did you use
I think there are definitely 2 scenes. I don't think there's hunches left. There might be 1.
Looks like there's 1. There's 1 in your discard pile. Okay, so
Yeah, we also don't really need the clues unless we really want to. Um,
Yeah. Um.
you could backstab the locust. You don't have money. You
Oh,
don't
and
have
then
money though.
yeah, and then you could ping it or something.
If I'd known you were going to do that, I definitely would have vicious blowed it.
Yeah.
But that would have, yeah, that would have been sick because we could have finished it this turn.
Well, I mean, I could gain a money and do it, and then you could just ping it next turn to finish it off or something.
So we are going to get hit by this assassin. I could also ping the mini card, and even if it's either a decoy or if it's the real one, it will be on one of us. But that I don't think we really care.
I
I think we
I
just ignore
I
this.
don't think we care.
Yeah,
Even if we
I don't
draw
care.
more while we're here, we don't care. If we draw more enemies, we'll just put them like here and here, and then we'll go over here. You know.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we might care if we draw enemies over here. It could ramp up, but
I think it would be sort of cool if you could somehow get this clue and then spend it to attack the thing, but you probably don't absolutely need to.
yeah, I can do that. All right, I'll commit.
Oh, I could give you 2 book symbols if you want.
Okay. I was gonna commit my amulet, but if you give me symbols, I won't do that because I'll use I have lucky and windy we draw, so.
All right, I give you
Um,
2 book symbols.
okay. Squid. So that is I fail by. Yeah, by 2, right? 5 minus 3. Yeah, so I could either lucky it or I could look what I found. I guess I will. Which card is more valuable? I think being able to look what I found if we want clues from over here might be better. So, and it costs less money. So, all right. So I will get the clue. Oh, I guess I could. Does it make sense to Windy at first? Because I have garbage cards I could trash. No. Okay. So I succeed then. Get the clue, and then that was my first action. So I can spend the clue to do damage. I can't spend your clues,
Nice.
right? No, I can't. And then I have 2 actions left. I could just get rid of the compulsion so that it doesn't screw us over up later. Or I could try to draw and get gumptions or flashlights, which I still haven't drawn. The good flashlight with the gumptions. Man. It doesn't make sense to play Lone Wolf, I don't think. So yeah, let's draw, and I'll do the trigger here, I guess. So I'll draw 2 and put 1 back, basically. And neither one of those is very helpful. I guess we'll keep the pickpocketing, and then we'll gain a money. I think.
Yeah, you gotta crank a relic hunter at some point.
Yeah, it's on my list, so I can double Moonstone. But
It's like having 2 moonstones out is pretty boss.
I mean, I think I mean my deck needs like a little bit more money or draw. I'm spending a lot of actions, I think, to gain money or draw stuff.
Yeah, you should probably take out some of the bad cards and put
Yeah.
in good cards.
I mean, I should get another pickpocketing, although I haven't really done any evading this round. I did like
I've
once.
done barely any fighting.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's funny. It's almost like they kind of assume that you're going to be fighting and evading the concealed cards a lot, but we generally ping those.
Yeah.
At least we do. We often because it's very good to ping them.
Yeah. Because it's just you don't have to fight them. You can do damage to them according to the rules, right?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, but I mean, you can also like we had a secret. You can just investigate, right? And that's
Yeah.
also a pretty good way to handle them. Like fighting and evading are kind of the worst 2 ways to deal with them.
yeah. Yeah, you may expose this card instead of damaging it, evading it, or discovering a clue at this location. Unless we're misinterpreting that and like you have to fight it in order to damage it. That would make it a lot a lot harder.
Like is it possible that you can't use beat cop on it because there isn't an enemy at the location? Kind of.
I don't know, it says an investigator may use a card effect that automatically evades an enemy, deals damage to an enemy, or discovers a clue in order to expose the mini card. We questioned this already once because we thought it was too good. So yeah, no, that works unless someone tells me otherwise.
All right.
So
Let's keep it going then.
Yeah, that was the end of my turn, right? I investigated. Yeah, okay. So upkeep. Oh no, enemy phase. We get hit by the assassin,
Yeah.
and we don't want to kill Leo yet.
I'm planning to hopefully get rid of the guns next turn, so that buys you a couple of turns. But
Okay.
you should definitely start thinking about it.
Okay. I mean, I just have to have a way to have him take a damage. So I will not damage Leo. Okay. So then upkeep. Oh, there's the good flashlight. And I'll get rid of.
Ain't no such thing.
I'll get rid of Lone Wolf. Yeah, okay. So, cool. So, Doom happens, 13 out of 14. And counter card for me. Ooh, the Warped Reality. Well, hopefully we can leave this turn. Okay. Although we're also near the end of the game, so maybe we don't care about hollows. Have we seen any other card this game that interacts with the hollows? Guess not. Alright, well, it kind of card for you, Dan, if you did upkeep.
Sure did.
Okay.
Beyond the Pale. Okay, so there is another hex here. So this is, I guess I would love to not fail this, but I think I'm probably gonna. I will use a TTI.
Okay. Let's see.
So that
5.
that gets me to 5 on 3. That's still not very good. Do you have one will symbol you don't need, maybe?
Looks like the only will I have is on Wendy's amulet, so I can give you that if you want. I mean, being at 2 above. Oh no, yeah, 2 above doesn't help with the skulls. So.
Can you check me the amulet maybe?
Yeah.
If you don't really need it for something.
I would also just use it on a will test later. So.
Much appreciated.
Oh
no.
All right. So two horror then.
Take 2 horror, yeah. I probably just Soothing Melody myself at some point, but
yeah, are you in danger zone? Oh, you're getting a little spicy there.
It's not great. I mean, I could get rid of Alice if we think we're not gonna. Alice might not do anything for the rest of the game.
Unknown until we look at this location, really. But
yeah.
She also might not. You might be just fighting stuff. So.
I mean, I think probably what this turn is for me is like play a sword, play Soothing Melody, and get ready to fight the big guy, and maybe hit the locust once. So. Hunch is a hunch, which is useless. What I'm thinking is play sword, play Soothing Melody, hit the locust, not necessarily in that order.
All right. Well, if you end your turn, did you ever trigger this to get rid of one of these cards? Did we forget to discard it?
I never actually did. I'll do that now.
Okay.
Did I put a doom on something last turn? Oh, I think maybe I stupidly drew a card off of it last turn, which is fine.
Okay. And you flipped it back. I wasn't
Let me use it now to get rid of a bounded red.
Okay. Well, so you're starting your turn then, because that's an action.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it is. Oh man, I don't really want to spend an action on it this turn though, because I really want to Soothing Melody and play a gun.
I mean, you can spend an action on next turn. I don't know.
Well, but you want to keep it rotating, right?
I mean, at this point, we only have, even if we get rid of all of our doom, we only have 4 turns left. So by the time we're fighting him, it might not be able to get rid of a second one. I mean, it is good to keep it rotating, but you know.
I think it's good to do it, and we do need to get rid of some of the doom this turn.
But we definitely need to get rid of the doom.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
Did you just want to shoot this if you have a bullet left instead of using a clue?
Yeah, that's better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me decide later if I want to get rid of the thing. Because maybe I don't.
Okay.
So click 1. I'm going to attempt to shoot the locust with my guns. It is difficulty 4. I'm definitely about to take horror from cycling my deck too.
Yeah, the other thing is because if you end your turn here and you draw the beyond the pale, that's a 3 horror will test, which
Yeah, that's.
would kill
I
you,
think
I think.
I think I don't want. I don't want to end my turn here, but I also don't really want to go to the Windsor Palace. So. Oh, but actually I do kind of because it would save me money, but I have tons of money. Whatever. I'm trying to because you don't have any way to finish off the locust, right? I
No,
guess you could back.
I could,
Honestly,
I
I would
could.
kind of rather you save the backstab for the big guy.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking.
Okay, whatever. So I'm fighting the guy. I'm at 6 versus 4. I commit an overpower.
Ah,
Uh, I think I fail it. That's awful.
yeah, because you were at 8 versus with the
Yeah,
8
that
versus
sucks.
4. Yeah,
Well, that throws everything off. So I still have 2 actions. I think what I do. So you're right. If we think we're not going to get rid of both, we think we're not going to get rid of both bound and reds, basically.
yeah,
So it doesn't really matter if I do that this turn.
right.
So I will do my original plan. I will soothing melody. I'm also probably just going to let Alice die, I think.
Yeah,
I will, if not now, eventually, I will play a sword over the Colts. And I will play soothing melody on myself.
okay. The soothing melody will not get shuffled in though,
Okay.
because you're still resolving it when your deck shuffles.
Okay.
Okay. So that's your turn then. So I can't.
Yeah.
So I can't kill the Lotus then. So we can't kill
Yeah,
it
I
this
know. But
turn.
I think I had to do those 2 things.
All right.
So
I guess I'll do. Try to set up a little bit. I guess. Well, let's do the compulsion. Okay. Maybe I just get rid of the compulsion now, so we don't have a chance of it happening later. I think that's correct. I'm gonna get rid of the compulsion. I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna play this flashlight to use for evade taking. I think, or getting clues. Who knows what's going on over there? And then so that was 3 actions. And then maybe I just gain a money, so I have money for backstab if I need it. Yeah. Okay. All right. But we are
well, I'm
both.
definitely excited. I'm definitely excited for backstab. I think that's gonna be good.
Yeah. Okay. So we're both here. So we get hit by the assassin.
Okay.
Do I kill Leo? I guess not yet.
Yeah, it's getting kind of scary. I
This,
really hope that. Oh no,
oh
I
man,
won't even say it.
does this guy do? He does 3 damage and 4 aura. Oh man. Oh boy. All right. Okay. So upkeep. Okay, and then Doom. So 12 out of 14. It's definitely getting very tight here. Counter
Yeah,
card
I
for
think
me.
you gotta try to kill Leo this turn. I think.
Yeah, I feel like I will be able to do that. All right, so I got the Enforcer, so I got to do that stuff. Enforcer A, B. Okay. So one of them goes here and gets shuffled in, and I'm gonna dump the other one back here because we're gonna have the one back there. Okay. Ooh.
Oh no. Well, that was exactly what we didn't want to happen.
Yeah.
So
I
I
don't.
really need to try to pass it. I have a TTI
Okay.
that gets me to 5. Do you have any will
I have
symbols?
no will symbols.
Oh man. I mean, I'll kill Alice if it happens, but that's still very bad if that
Yeah, so
happens.
you're at 5 versus 3. Is it worth committing the practice makes perfect, or even using the practice makes
The
perfect to hope to get another DTI?
I mean the only yeah the only thing that would help is the other TTI, which is like
Right.
a 1 in 3 chance.
Yeah.
I mean I could also yeah I might commit it, although it would be very good when we have to fight the big guy. Um, I could use the twisted anti prism, although then we won't be able to use it to get rid of bound and red.
Yeah.
What I'm kind of hoping for fighting the guy is I hit him once with like 2 vicious blows, you hit him once with backstab, and then I ping him. So if that's the case, we don't really need to worry about how much damage he does, and like we each just need to pass a 6 fight test once. Like I don't know. You could commit. You've got to pick. Like you could probably get there with pickpocketing and waylay and stuff, right?
I guess I can do 6 damage to him automatically without even having to do a
Oh,
test. If I
well,
have
you should do that.
if I have one more money, I can do that. So I would gain a
So
money, move, and do that twice.
I think we should go with that option.
But I have to. He has to be engaged with me for me to do that.
Yeah.
But that might be the way to go.
Because the thing is, I think if I need to hit him without the practice makes perfect, there's no guarantee I can actually hit him. Okay, so whatever. So right now I'm up by 2.
Yeah.
So I fail on a lot of stuff. But being at a 3, only there's what is it, 1 - 3 and 1 squid?
There's a 1 squid, 1 - 3, I think. There's 2 - 3s, so it helps you on 3 more tokens. But it doesn't help you with the skulls, which currently are -4s.
Man, this sucks so bad. That was like the one card I just incredibly did not want to draw.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. I think I commit the practice makes perfect and then just hope we get there somehow.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So you gotta click it.
Did they change the behavior of the
it's
thing?
if I didn't return the token, I keep forgetting to return the token, so you clicking it returns the token.
But I thought it used to like automatically return the token if you clicked it.
Maybe, I don't know, but you passed, so hooray!
But great job, Dan. I really wish I hadn't committed the the BMP.
Yeah, well.
All right, let's see what the hunch is. Oh,
Is that helpful somehow? That might be helpful because you could shove me in there first to have the guy on me, so I can.
Oh yeah,
evade tank it.
That's pretty solid actually. Oh, did we not do the warped reality?
Oh yeah, we definitely didn't. I feel like I forgot to do that twice.
Weakness card and okay. All right, I set aside the 45 as a hollow.
At the end of your turn, choose a non-weakness card. I'm not gonna play Leo, and I think I've ended my turn here twice with that here, haven't I?
I don't think I drew the 45 on upkeep. I don't remember, but whatever.
All right, I'm gonna put those away because I think I've had them long enough. I also forgot what you drew. You drew the 45 whenever you shuffled your deck, which was from the Hollowed Mirror, I think. So
yeah, you're right.
Okay. Oh yeah, put them in my threat area as hollows or something. Okay, so if you go first and clear the locus, whatever, and then shortcut me over here, then I'll have the guy on me, and that'll give you options. You could like move and get rid of a thing, or move and attack him, or whatever.
Okay, so I spend a clue.
That does leave me that does leave me $1 short though, actually, of being able to do all the automatic damage. But I could evade him normally and do that next turn or something. Okay.
So I spend a clue and I finish off the locus.
Okay. So that goes over here, and now we can enter the Bourse.
Okay. Then after click 1, I play the shortcut and I send you to the Bourse. You are Bourse bound. You're on a ticket. You're on a straight ticket to Bourceville.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think we're. That doesn't.
So I mean, if we can somehow get those clues, then we could get extra victory. So it looks like we could get the clues and kill him. I don't know. I can get. Oh no, I don't have Shed a Light. Boo.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of clue getting stuff at the moment. I kind of think we should just try to kill him, unless because it's a lot of clues.
Instead of doing the automatic damage to him, I could get clues instead. I have flashlights and I have
Well,
Look what I
but
found.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Getting the clues instead of fighting him doesn't really do anything because we get one victory either way. So the only like the question
Maybe
is, do we want to try to do
it's
both?
it's yeah. Can we do both? Um,
I I'm getting nervous because I have a lot of damage and horror on me, and I don't have a lot of cards. And this guy hits for a shitload. Like he's very nasty. And
yeah.
if we're gonna allow the possibility that he might hit us, I feel like we have to start using we have to start trying to get rid of the bound in reds, and it's like it's gonna be nasty, and we don't have that many turns left. So
So
I feel like we should either kill him or get the clues, and I think it's gonna be way easier to kill him.
I agree. It's easier to kill him. I think we should think about if we can get the clues for like another minute. Uh,
Okay.
because
But let's
I
let's
have
time box this a little bit
all right.
because I don't want this last two turns to take like
Okay.
an hour and a half.
I have
You
I
know?
have look what I found. So I
Okay.
can get two of the clues pretty easily. I have another Shed the Light in my deck, which gets me 3 clues, but I have 8 cards left in my deck.
Yeah,
Um,
that doesn't sound super reliable to me.
but I also have flashlights I can use up, which would all be can be pretty successful charges. I can use charges and probably get clues off of that, but that'd be a little slow. So
It's also well, hang on. That's also not that great. Like you're reducing the shroud by you're reducing the shroud to 1, and then you're investigating with a 3, so you're up by 2. So you fail on skull, you fail on all the tokens except tablet. Like you're at like maybe a 60% chance to get a clue off of that.
yeah, I mean I can spend 2 charges off a flashlight and then it's on X success, but
Sure,
I, I,
but
I,
then you can that's 2 clues
I
in 2 clicks.
I can get like I can definitely get 3 or 4 clues. If I draw Shed the Light, then I can get almost all of them. But you know,
So if
that's
I I have 5 cards in my hunch deck. 2 are scenes. If I get the scenes, then those are pretty easy clues next turn. But I might not.
I.
I might just get jumped.
Oh wait, I have 2 Winging Its in my discard. Uh, so I could wing if I don't draw my weakness, which you know it's also on the top of my deck. I can Winging It, use a flashlight charge. It's a difficulty 0 test, so I will definitely get. I can get if my discard doesn't get trashed and I evade this guy off of me, I can get. I think I can get all the clues this turn. How many actions do I have? I need. Yes,
Okay.
I could get
I
all
mean,
the
if
clues this turn if I succeeded evading him first.
okay, I mean that sounds pretty
Is that
solid.
true? One second. One, two, three. No, I'd be 1 action short. So because I have to evade him, and then I would play both Winging Its, and I'd be short $1 in order to look what I found. So next turn I could get the last 2 clues with the look what I found.
Okay. Um.
And then
So
and you could work on fighting him this turn or setting up to fight him.
the thing is, I really want you to backstab him. So like, I want you to do like a bit. I want you to hit him for like 3-ish if you can. So like, do you think can you factor that in? Like, will you have money to also maybe
Uh,
hit him with like a backstabber, exposed weakness, or something?
if I'm look what I'm founding, then no. I mean, I could click for money a few times, or I could you could draw a cracked case.
Because the thing is, I have nothing in hand, right? So I could investigate kind of, and I'm at like a 6 versus 3, so I have like decent odds to pick up some clues. But you don't want to do that while he's ready, or he'll. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have attached keys. But what I'm saying is like,
Well, no, he does have
um,
an attached key. This
oh,
is attached to him.
do we not want that ship? Okay, well that would be pretty bad, I think.
Yeah, it'd be annoying. Um, this is if you
But
fail a skill
so my point
test.
is, well, but
Well, he's ready, but
that
on my turn I'm going to evade him. So I mean, I could just go before you and
so
evade him or whatever.
on the rest of my turn, so I have 2 actions left. One is going to
Okay.
be to move to you, right?
Okay.
So let me just do that now.
Okay.
So I don't want to try to get a clue because I mean I could, but I'm up by 3 and it doesn't seem that great. What I
Yeah.
kind of want to do is maybe just draw cards. Because I
Okay.
think if I draw cards, I can increase my chance of either hitting him, which I'd probably need to do, or getting clues.
If you're gonna draw a card, you should draw a card here because you get to look at 2 and draw 1
Oh,
for the
that's
first
pretty
card you
good.
draw.
Yeah, that's right. The other thing I could do is I could get rid of. I mean, if we think like right now, if he hits me, it's very bad. He'll basically kill both my allies and leave me almost insane.
Yeah. He
So
doesn't have
I'm hoping
retaliate or
he can
anything.
stay on you, and I'm hoping you can evade him every turn.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
And
he's a difficulty 5 to evade, but I can use flashlight stuff. I can commit.
okay.
I can commit things. I don't
Yeah,
have
I
too
mean
much to
the
commit.
exploit weaknesses that I've made fun of you for including are pretty good in this particular situation. If you can actually wait a minute, how are you supposed to get his difficulty down to 0?
It would be using flashlight charges or gumptions. Two of these cards are gumptions. uh,
Oh, you know what's
two
funny?
of these cards are my weaknesses. Two of them are gumptions. One's a shed the light.
Yeah.
It's
So you're saying you don't want me to use the prism to get rid of one of the bound and reds to make
I
it a little easier for your
I
ability.
am fine with that. I wasn't against that. I was saying
Okay.
you said you wanted to draw cards instead of doing that. So
Well, I could do both if I don't move to you this turn.
uh, and I guess I'm also fine with that too.
Okay.
Um,
Because I kind of like that too, because if you go first next turn, if you fail on one of your tests, I don't have to discard cards to his stupid Light of Pharaohs.
yeah, does it hit all of us? Oh yeah, it does hit all of us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty
Sure.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay,
Draw a card
I'm
and
gonna do that then. So I'm gonna flip the prism to get rid of a bound and red. That's click
okay.
2, and then I'm going to draw a card and use this ability. So I'm going to look at the top 2, choose one to draw, shuffle the other back into my deck.
I also do somehow need to kill you.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
one are you
Well,
gonna choose, Dan?
man, it would have been all right. Would have been really bad to draw the overzealous right now.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
that is the end of my turn.
Okay. So he's now difficulty 4 to evade, right?
Yep, and five to fight. I'm hoping I can hit him like once.
Okay. So I need 3 flashlight charges if I want to get all the clues easily. I also need to kill Leo somehow.
Oh yeah, you do. I mean, you could
This
let him hit you.
I don't need to kill him this turn, but I do need to kill him next turn.
I mean,
If we draw the
if
enemy
you let him
from
hit
here,
you,
it'll solve
yeah.
itself because it'll be we can put a shadow here and it'll be fine.
If you oh man, yeah, this is annoying because I'm now going to hit for a damage from the assassin.
Oh,
But
and you end your turn, so you gotta get rid of a card.
oh man, okay,
I mean, if you don't want to get rid of a thingy, you could move instead. But I don't.
no,
Yeah, I mean,
it's fine.
I would just like trash your blade or whatever.
But yeah, okay. All right.
I don't know. We got one
Yeah.
and a half turns left, right?
All right.
Or 2 turns.
But yeah. What I'm saying is, if you let him hit you, it's 2 and 3. You have plenty of. You can soak it, and you could just kill Leo that way.
Right.
So
Like I would let if I was gonna let him hit me, I would let him hit me next turn though, because there's no. I don't need to kill Leo this turn, right? Because we have two.
I guess not. We're pretty. Yeah. There's no ancient evils or whatever.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to evade him. He's a difficulty 4. I'm only at a 5. I could use 1 flashlight charge, so I'm at 3. Actually, let me think for a second. Would it make sense to do the 3 damage to him? No, because then I can't get the clues. Oh, actually, I'm at 6 agility. I think I've forgotten that I've had track shoes the last couple turns. Okay, so that's a little better. So 6 versus 4. I use a flashlight charge. I'm at 4 above, and I have Windy discard powers. So.
Him being at 4 is way better than 5 with the shit that you're doing.
Yeah. So okay, so I'm at 8, or I'm at 6 versus 2 because of flashlight. So do that. Okay, I guess I discard the pickpocketing.
Okay.
And okay, so I still fail, right?
Wow.
Because I was at bad. Okay, so this is
awful.
Take a damage or place a doom. So I don't want to place a doom, so I will
take a damage and a horror.
And a horror, yeah. So do I kill the knight?
You kill Leo, you mean, right?
No, yeah, Leo. Do I kill Leo now? Or do I wait and get one more action out of him? Or have I already spent his action? Ah, shoot, I forget how that works.
I
think
I would take it to the face because you're not really in that much danger.
Okay. I mean, I'm getting kind of close. It's only 3 damage left.
Yeah.
makes it harder for me to take him. Like if he gets on the bound and red, it'd be bad.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess I try again.
I mean, do we even still have the path where we can get all the clues and still kill him? Because if not, you should just backstab him.
It means next turn I would. Next turn I could still. I wouldn't have. I'd be short one flashlight charge, so it'd be harder for me to do a guaranteed look what I found. Or I can just keep trying to evade him, I guess.
I'm kind of confused about what were you doing again? You were trying to get.
Oh, you're right. Good point, Dan.
Yeah,
I should have discarded this instead of pickpocketing.
Yeah.
So no, I could try again, and I could commit pickpocketing instead of.
Sorry. Just going back. What was this test again?
I was trying to evade him.
Why not just play? Because you made it a 0, right?
No, I made it a 2.
Oh, I thought you should have just made it a 0 and played exploit weakness. Like if you're gonna evade him, why not?
Then I wouldn't have money for the winging its and the look what I found.
You'd have money for one winging it. Like before you draw the second chaos token from Wendy's ability, I think you could just exploit weakness. I mean, I'm saying you should have done it before the first token, but like, it might be too late to roll it back now.
It's definitely too late to change anything.
Is it though? Because I just think I just think if you're spending charges and evading him, why not do the thing that also puts damage on him?
It was because I wanted. It was because I wanted to have 3 flashlight charges left, so I could get all the clues. So that's why I didn't reduce it to 0.
I mean, you could also gamble that I'm going to hit a scene of the crime or something off the hunch deck.
Actually, there's pretty good odds of that, right? Yeah,
there's pretty good odds.
Decent odds. So I could still do that this turn, but then I will not have any charges. No, okay, let me do this math again. So what if I just commit both of these, and then I'll be at a 9 versus a 4, and I can redraw auto fail if I need to, and then I'll have the flashlight charges to do all this stuff. I'm gonna do that. I'm going for all the clues. All right, so I'm at 9. Okay, great. So way overcommitted this time, obviously. So all right, so he's evaded.
Okay.
And I have 2 actions left, which I'm going to use to do some winging its. So.
And this means next turn you're not going to be able to backstab or exploit weakness him.
If I have actions to click, I can gain money and do it, but I will not be able to exploit weakness him because I trashed. I mean, I could have committed backstab instead of exploit weakness. No, I can't exploit weakness anyway. So all right, so
like we just to make it clear, you put exploit weakness in your deck. It's bad for 2 scenarios. Yes. Scenario 3, we finally hit an amazing time to use it, and you tossed it away without playing it.
That's correct.
So I just want to make sure. We're clear about the sequence of events.
Yes.
That's fine. Okay. All right. Okay. Continue your turn.
I'm pulling out a winging it, playing winging it for 1. I'm using a flashlight charge during the winging it, so it's difficulty 0 test, and I will test it. Okay, so I get 2 clues from the winging it. Then I do that again. The other winging it, which I should just grab the first time. And then I spend another flashlight charge, another $1. And okay, so good. Alright, I've gotten 4 of the clues and evaded the guy.
Okay.
But I did not play exploit weakness. But don't worry, Dan, I could draw resourceful and pull the exploit weakness back.
What I'm really worried about is that next turn we're both standing here. You don't really have cards in hand to evade or do damage to him. I don't really have cards in hand to do much damage to him. Like I'm worried that he's just going to be sitting there with a bound and red on him, and there's like not a lot we can do about it. but we'll see.
I guess we'll see. All right.
Enemy phase, I get hit by the assassin,
Yes.
and then upkeep happens.
Yep.
That's that would have been good last turn.
Yeah, would have been good last turn, but that's all right. All right, Doom happens. We're at 13 on 14. Attach Locust Pulse to the nearest location with the key locus. Each investigator at that location takes 1 damage, 1 horror.
That's pretty bad.
There's no key locuses at attached location. Discard it. Oh, and it's a hex. Okay, I was like, why would we care about it being attached to this location? Okay, so that hits me. Do I kill Leo now? Because then I don't need to make the guy AOO me. Oh, he re-engaged.
I think you probably kill Leo now.
Because I'll have three actions.
So I think man. So here's the thing. I think my only way to hit him, I think I can do like 4 damage to him with Vicious Blow and Beat Cop. The problem is it gets way worse if I also have to get clues first, because my main way to do it is I also don't have a shortcut, so even if a scene is on top, I'm not going to be able to play it because I can't get down there first click. So the thing is, like, I can maybe get both of the clues with deduction because I'll be at like I'll at least be up by like 2 or something, and I can maybe commit something to get up higher. But there's no way I can totally kill him by myself this turn.
Okay.
I think I could do like absolute maximum. I think I could do 6 damage to him this turn.
Okay, let me think. Can I backstab him? So I'm at 6 versus 5 with the backstab, which is not very good.
My turn could be like move. He's at, what is he at, 5 fight? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would be at, with the sword. Oh, with the sword, I would be up by a bit. I would be up at 7, 8. If I get a little lucky. But the problem is, if I miss, I'll definitely kill you.
Well, but are you trying to kill him before my turn?
No, I guess we want you to go first. Yeah, you should do whatever. One way or another, definitely evade him. And then
I forget how Leo works. I forget if I can use Leo's bonus action and then let him get killed and not lose an action. I think I can, because I'm not losing an action. I don't think. I don't know. If someone
I can't believe neither of those exploit weaknesses got played. It's you had a golden opportunity to do a see then this card can be good. And you ran 180 degrees in the opposite direction from it.
But yeah, there was victory to get here, and you said
also now we might like die. This is, I think we're in a tough spot.
Okay.
Also, we've been playing for like 3 hours.
We haven't. We've been playing for like 2.5.
Okay, almost.
That's not counting the story text. We got 2 rounds left. All right. The question is do I kill Leo now, or do I force him to AOO me? I think I kill Leo now, because I'll just evade him. It's fine. Okay. All right. You gotta get it. Draw an encounter card.
No. I think that's
pretty bad.
That's bad for you. It's very bad for you.
It's pretty bad for me.
And then it surges.
Oh, it surges? Oh boy. That might if there's more than one copy of that, it's pretty bad. Do I have this discard a random card button? Oh, I do. Alright, well, that makes it harder for me to get both clues.
The gump.
I got the gump.
It's still gump o'clock. Alright.
Okay.
Okay. Not great, but
it's fine because we no longer need these guys to do damage to us. So I'll just put one here and another one over here, and you can just leave, and then now we can ignore those enemies. At least until we shuffle the deck. Which
so what's your turn looking like, Ben?
So I have no Leo. My evade is a 6 versus a 4 to evade this guy. I could reduce the evade down to a 6 versus a 2 with my last flashlight charge. I no longer have the liquid eye found, so
Yep.
I can't really get the clues effectively.
I I think I could get the clues, and then just Hail Mary, hope we can kill him next turn. It seems to be the plan because I don't think we can do this stupid test 6 times or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, actually, three times.
3 times, but still. Okay, so also like there's probably another one of these key charges. I assume.
Yeah.
There's 2
Well,
copies
the
of
good
it.
news is we're going to be like completely out of cards. So,
Yeah, probably.
but it also means I kind of want to use this vicious blow this turn if I can.
Yeah.
I guess actually I actually sort of want to go before you maybe.
Okay, so you can
because
take the initiative.
Yeah, it just means that it means if I miss, you'll die. But let's do the math on this. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would be at 10 against 4 or 10 against 5.
So it's an auto
So
fail situation.
if you're comfortable with those odds, then I will go first and do that.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I guess if I die though, don't you will also die probably because he'll be on you and then he'll hit you.
Oh yeah. If you die, I think we die and we lose the scenario.
So those are the stakes.
But the thing is, I think it would just be really. I'm assuming, like you said, I'm assuming that we're going to draw another one of those things and lose all the cards in our hand. So I kind of want to just like use up everything in my hand this turn. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean, do you need to take the initiative to hit something? Yeah, probably, right?
Probably. I got nothing else, so.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay. So click 1, move here. Click 2, attack the guy, commit TTI and vicious blow. And so up by 5, using a sword charge.
All right. Okay, so
All
he
right.
takes
three damage on the big guy.
Okay.
And let's beat cop ping him also.
Okay.
And then last click, I think I used deduction. That'll put me at 7 against 3. And if I succeed, I get both clues.
Okay.
And if I fail, then if I draw the tablet, it's bad. And if I draw the tablet, it's bad. And if I draw the -5 or something, then you lose your gumption. But I'm assuming you can still evade him with the flashlight. So I'm assuming we're sort of okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I was supposed to look at my hunch, and doesn't matter. All right. So last click, up by 4, deduction.
Nice.
Okay, success, and I get both clues. And I use Alice to ping him for 1.
Okay, so he only has 1 health left.
Is that true? No, he has.
Oh no, he's 8 health. Sorry, he's 3 health left.
Okay. But this means 1 more beat cop ping and 1 normal sword hit, and he's dead. So
yeah,
we're all right. That is the end of my turn.
It's definitely very tight. So he's So it's 6 versus 4. I have the flashlight to make it. Yeah, okay. So I think I use the flashlight.
Wait a minute. Don't you want to use the gump and the flashlight are basically the same? Why not use the gump because you're going to probably lose it in encounter cards, maybe.
I mean, I guess I was thinking I would have it so I could do the windy ability to redraw if the flashlight fails, but it's kind of the same, I guess.
I mean, it's up to you, but
I guess it's basically the same.
The thing is, you don't have a backstab anymore, so and there's no more clues to get. So all you really need to do is evade him this turn, and next turn probably does.
I need to evade him and not die.
Pretty much. So, yeah. Do whatever you want.
So, because if I use the flashlight. If I use the flashlight. If I use the flashlight and the gumption, then I only fail an auto fail, but I don't have a redraw. Is that better?
Versus
failing on 5s and 4s.
I don't know.
What am I at?
I don't know.
It means I succeed on 2 more tokens effectively. That's not worth it. Okay. I'm going to use the flashlight charge. Draw token. Wow. Okay, so then I'll trash the gumption. Okay. All right. So he's evaded.
Wow. Oof, man.
I have 2 actions left. I think I draw 2 cards because then I'll have at least a 1 card left over if we get hit by that thing again.
Yeah, and if we don't get hit by it, then you just have cards.
Yeah.
So, well, you could find your weakness.
I
but
mean,
whatever.
yeah, there are 2 weaknesses in here, which means I take 2 direct horror and I lose my discard pile, or I get that card that doesn't do anything. But hey, that card that doesn't do anything can get randomly discarded. So the weakness is what I'm referring to.
I don't think there's anything else you can do that's better than drawing cards.
Yeah, so I will draw 2 cards. Okay, I mean those are gumption's good if it doesn't get trashed. You know? All right, so all right, so enemy phase. These guys don't do anything because there's no thingies on us. This guy doesn't do anything, right? This is exposing.
These guys,
yeah. Okay, great, cool. All right, upkeep. All right, well that's fine. Who was going to commit stuff for symbols anyway? All right.
Oh my god.
No.
Why does this happen? Why does this happen to us?
Oh man. All right.
Oh, well, nice, the free surge.
All right. So you don't have any cards.
You see what's happening, right?
Yeah, I see. I saw what happened. Nice. All right.
Oh, and you lost your weakness. Wow, that was actually perfect.
And yeah, great.
Okay, well, this is bad.
That's spicy. Yeah.
That's not great. Okay, so I think I kill Alice at this point. Actually, there's no real reason to do that, though, right?
Well, yeah, there's nothing that deals direct that we know of.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
Please get flipped over. Okay.
That definitely sucks, though.
Okay, so. Yeah, after that card gets. Where'd the card go? Oh, it just got placed. Okay, so this will get shuffled. Surprised they haven't implemented that yet, but
a lot of counter cards that can just kill us now.
Yeah. All right, so that was upkeep.
Yep.
And then Doom. And then Doom happens.
Yep, last turn.
My interface on OBS doesn't support having more than 12 Doom. I gotta upgrade that, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Then
probably the experience.
Yeah, encounter. I mean, I just have to. Ooh. All right. Well, let's.
Oh, no.
Okay. Well, I mean,
no more gump.
No more gump. Wish it didn't surge. Wish it didn't surge. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. That's a fine card. Okay. Great. Amazing. Great cards. Yeah. Oh, we were supposed to pick who this guy goes on.
You.
It was me, right? So
100% you. Yeah. Because I literally might need to like draw 2 cards and try to find stuff to commit to kill him.
Okay.
And the hunch is actually a no stone. I will probably play that.
Okay.
So I think the thing is, so I can beat Cop to finish him off. So I just need to hit him once with the sword. And just baseline with the sword, I'm at 7 on 4. So here are some things that I could do. I can put a Doom on something and then spend an action to get rid of the bound in red to reduce his fight by 1. Another thing that I can do is I can play this no stone to try to find like an overpower or something. Or I could just try twice. I guess I have 3 actions, right? So I could do one of those 2 things and then try twice. Is basically what it is. And then beat Cop is like the last. Beat Cop finishes them off.
So you currently have no cards, right?
0 cards.
I guess I go?
There's no real penalty for. Oh, actually, the penalty for failing is Ben dies, so that's pretty bad.
Yeah. So. And there's no penalty for failing because I don't have any cards. So I was gonna say, should I go first and try to evade him? If I succeed, maybe I can get cards to commit to you or do something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you should do. Yeah, you should do that. How
did I get back up to 3 money? Whatever. So I'll try to do that because I don't think. And can I do this? Oh no, we don't have a key to flip. Okay, so. All right. Well, I have to do the compulsion first. So let's see if I. Okay, so I have 3 actions. There's no
Great.
penalty for failing because we can just place. If I draw a cultist, I can just place Doom. If I draw a tablet, that doesn't. It only matters for attacks, and I lose resources with Squid. So no penalty there. I don't have any cards to lose, but I also don't have any. I don't have any cards to use. So I guess I just try 3 times.
The path laid out before you is very simple.
All right.
There are no more choices.
Up by 2. All right, so we put a Doom on this location. I try again. All right, great. I succeed on tablet though, right? 6 versus 4. Yeah. All right, so he's evaded.
Great job.
So I have 1 action left. I guess I draw a card and hope it's something I can commit. I don't know if I
Is there a chance it's a weakness that wrecks you somehow?
I mean, it could be Wendy's weakness, which makes me take 2 horror, but that doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Just draw a card.
So, draw a card. Shadow Light
Light
doesn't help in this situation.
No, it doesn't commit very well. Okay, so now there's no risk to killing Ben. So that means I think I want to try twice to hit him.
Okay.
So with my 1 action, I can, before I try fighting him twice, I can either play the No Stone and find like an overpower, or I guess it would pretty much only be an overpower that would really help.
Yeah.
Nothing else would really help.
Or
I could flip the anti-prism. And I'm leaning towards that.
Well, no, you can't flip the anti-prism because it's unstable. Right.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually.
Yeah, you're right. I can't like flip it with its own ability and then use the ability on bound.
Yeah, it says each key by title attached to Investigator story set can only be shifted once per round, and you have
this doesn't say shift.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does say flip.
Unstable side.
Oh, you're right. So in that case, yeah, you could.
So suppose I do that. He's difficulty 4, and I would then be up by 3, and I would have 2 chances. So I would fail on, what is it? 1 - 4, 2 skulls.
Let's look. Go quick. 2 skulls. 2 skulls. 1 - 4. Cultists -5 tentacles. So that's 6 symbols.
Okay. So I'd fail on 6 out of 18. So I would have a 2/3 chance, but I would have 2 attempts. So it'd basically be like an 8 out of 9 chance to succeed.
And is that better than no stone unturning and potentially getting, like, what's the chance you get a symbol?
So
or
well, here's the thing: if I find 2 symbols and I'm up by 5, then I pass on everything but autofill.
Mm-hmm.
But I would only have 1 attempt.
I think flip the key.
That's what I'm thinking.
And use an action to get rid of the thing.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do. All right, so I flip this and I put a doom on. I'll put a doom on the guy because we're hoping to kill him anyway, just for fun.
Sure.
And then I click 1, use the ability on Bound in Red to get rid of Bound in Red.
Okay.
Click 2, I use the Enchanted Blade, and we're at 4, 5, 6, 7 against 4, right? Okay, 7 against 4.
All right.
Hooray! All right.
So it does 2
he
damage.
Takes 2, and then I sacrifice my beat cop to hit him again, or to do 1 more damage.
Nice. All right, so he is defeated. Okay, and we advance. Barely. very, very tight.
Tight one.
Yeah. Fools, the knight utters, clutching his side. Do you not understand? We are the last guardians of humanity. Without us... Cutting him off, several of his bodyguards suddenly rush into the chamber, but they are too late to stop you. Rather than confront you, they pull their leader to safety. You will pay for this! The elderly man shouts through a barrage of coughs as he is escorted off the premises. We will all pay for this! Okay. I guess they're both resolution 2, but you get more victory, so... Oh, this wasn't one that had like an errata, right? I hope not. I forgot to check.
I'm getting real guy from the Mummy and the Mummy Returns, or the guy from Last Crusade vibes from this guy.
Yeah. Okay. You make a show of advancing slowly and peacefully. No matter where you stand, you cannot seem to reach an angle where the light shines on this man's face. What? What man's face? That's the right thing. Oh yeah, no, that's the wrong. It's the wrong. I'm on the wrong page. That was the prologue. All right. Here we go. All right. Resolution 2 for real. You stay low for a few days in one of Agent Siri's safe houses outside the city, then meet with him later that week. Your prize still safely in your possession. He's cleaned up a bit since you last met him, and there is a brightness in his eyes and his smile that was not present before. He joyfully sums up what has occurred since you went dark. The knight and his entourage seem to have left Alexandria, he declares, wearing a satisfied grin. It seems, for all their posturing about guiding humanity and rightful rule, the moment the relic left their hands, their stake in the city vanished with it. That other creature seems to have fled as well. Still, his eyes dance to the vessel containing the key, its light trapped within. I doubt you've seen the last of them. In fact, I'd wager a guess that one or both are hot on your trail. Be careful. You ask what Halsam will do now that his personal objective in Alexandria is complete. I have a new assignment, actually, he answers. Commissioner Taylor sent the dossier to me just yesterday. I'll be leaving my beloved city behind for the first time since joining the Foundation. He sighs wistfully. Well, perhaps we can meet up again sometime. He stands and shakes your hand. It has been a pleasure working alongside you. All right, we get Victory X. We choose... we haven't seen the last of the Claret Knight. Oh boy. And somebody becomes the bearer of the light of whatever, and it costs us 2 time, which means I have to read something, and then we can embark. All right, so we got 6 experience, right? Because this was the only victory location, and yeah, okay, so 6 experience. And we collect another artifact. What does this artifact do? What's the good side of it do? Play a card at your hand at -3 cost. Flip this key to its unstable side. Each investigator must have a card 2 random cards in their hand. Then if able, okay.
I don't see that. I see that one getting played once.
Yeah,
each game.
I'd kind of like it to be able to play Leo or something, but you also have a ton of
yours.
stuff. Yeah.
No, it's yours.
All right, I'll take it.
I took the previous 2. So.
Okay, so we'll give it to Wendy Adams. Okay.
Oh, and I did. I mean, that was tight, but I discovered Melteroni along the way.
That's true.
The secret of Melteroni.
I forgot to write that in the log. What was that? You discovered Melteroni. Melteroni. I like that. I don't know. Are you gonna grab one of those immediately, or are you gonna wait another scenario?
Do you have cache 3s yet?
I have 1 cache 3. I was thinking a second cache 3 and maybe a second upgraded flashlight is probably what I get next, but or Relic Hunter.
I might do 1 Melteroni. We're getting definitely like less XP than you usually get these days.
Well, I mean, it seems like this might be 10 scenarios, maybe. So maybe they made it a little bit less on average, like 4 to 6 instead of 5 to 7 or whatever.
That could definitely be true.
We've missed
I don't know.
We've missed like 2, but
yeah.
I gotta read. Sorry, I gotta read the other thing for whatever the time passing happened means. Oh man, there's an achievement list in the back. I bet one of those achievements is get all 11 relics or something. No, that's not where I want to be. We don't want to lose the campaign.
Have we missed any yet? I mean, I'm sure it's probably really hard to get.
We haven't missed any, but I think you have to do every single scenario plus the standalone.
That sounds pretty tough.
Which I don't know if we do the standalone. All right, so we have to do status report Epsilon, which for some reason is the 3rd one in this list for basically no reason. All right. As you traverse the streets, you flinch at every shifting shadow and every passerby wearing red. You're definitely being followed, and you have no lack of enemies who might fit the bill. All right. For the remainder of the scenario, whenever you are setting up a scenario, perform the following. Gather each of the enemies in the red Coterie encounter set whose name matches those who you haven't seen the last of. Choose 1 at random and shuffle it into the encounter deck for this scenario. Okay, so that guy that we just didn't kill is going to show up again next scenario, basically.
Which
Like,
guy?
the Claret Knight.
Oh, I thought we did kill him.
No, he got dragged away by his bodyguards saying, "Oh, you'll pay for
Oh,
this," or whatever. So,
that's bullshit, man. We beat copped him. Come on, his health was reduced to 0. Come on.
so we'll see him.
Maybe,
We'll see
you know
him next
what?
scenario. So
Maybe he's like a vampire or a mummy or a werewolf or some kind of, spooky guy.
yeah. Okay. So will I remember to do that when we set up tomorrow? Let's hope so. I guess I'll put him in the. I know what I'll do to remember. I'll put him in the my box of stuff. And I'll remember. Okay. Cool. So I don't know why I'm looking at this. All right. Yeah. I mean, that's the scenario. And
It was a red scenario.
It was. The threat was red. Like the subject was red. Who we didn't even fight. We fought this old man instead.
I thought it was cool. It was pretty hard. I think mostly the encounter deck was very, very challenging. Or a lot of it was pretty scary. I think it was good. I don't know. What did you think?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty tight. I mean, we kind of mostly ignored these enemies, which could have been pretty bad, but we definitely took to the face a lot of the hexes and stuff. So
well, the hollows didn't do anything, right?
yeah,
did we just miss those encounter cards?
No, we went through the whole encounter deck. So
do the hollows get recorded? Like, do they persist?
No, it just says
they were hexes.
I suspect they were here because they were hexes. Like this is a generic encounter set.
Well, they're hexes and they do basically make you discard a card every turn. So like they're still doing something.
Yeah. Spatial.
But it was just it definitely made us worried about encounter cards that did not appear to exist.
There's a lot of encounter sets. So there's probably another encounter set that deals with hollows and like whatever one. There is one because we saw like an enemy that did it or something. Or maybe specific encounter sets interact with them in different ways. I don't know. But I thought it was cool. I mean, I don't know if I got like much flavor in terms of like being in Alexandria, which is kind of something I think we want a little bit of in each of these scenarios when we're like touring the world.
You didn't have fun chilling at Xanat El Satat?
I mean, other than like the locations, there wasn't anything that was like, oh, this is something I associate with Alexandria.
You want the encounter card that's like a piece of a pyramid falls off and hits you in the head or something, right?
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
And I mean, I guess it is weird that we're in Egypt, but not doing anything with pyramids, but I guess we have the whole standalone scenario that does stuff with that.
Yeah, right? there's already that.
I guess there's more to Egypt than pyramids, right? There was this tomb over here. There was a spooky tomb. So
yeah, no, it was cool. To be clear, this wasn't a push your luck. You definitely had to get all 4 of the
yes
locuses.
Right? Our objective was to get to the guy, and the guy was locked behind those locuses. So we did get to him. I mean, so. And this is one version of 3 based on like that decision we make. So or like how much time has passed. So
okay. I don't know. In terms of our decks, like our team is pretty good. Like I'm having fun with this deck. Your deck is good, but like, this reminds me of that hard mode run we did of the Dream Eaters where we were Wendy and Luke.
Yeah,
man, the game is really hard when it's like hard to pass tests. Like I feel like when we play good decks in 4-player, you build your deck so that you can just always pass tests.
Right.
Like that just makes things a lot easier. Like the flexibility of being like, oh, I could go over there and fight guys or get clues, or you could go over there and evade guys and get clues. It's like that's all well and good, but if we were just playing like a seeker and a fighter, we would probably have crushed this, right?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have to fight much in this, but like if we were a little bit more focused, like there's two ways to deal with it. I guess is like if you pump into one stat, so you get very good at the one thing, then you don't really care that the hard mode difficulty is increasing the tokens.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know.
Just an observation. Like it is. I think what I'm trying to say is like two player with 2 hybrids. Hard mode feels a lot harder than standard versus say like 3-player with like dedicated people that are doing stuff. Hard mode maybe doesn't feel that much worse sometimes.
Yeah, I think it also depends on like if there's token effects that are like, you know, happen regardless of if you pass or fail, which in this scenario,
yeah.
In this scenario there was the tablet, Because the tablet wasn't just if you fail, but I don't think
The
I don't think we
cultist
ever.
is the
Do we ever?
cultist is pretty awful. Like the cultist is
Yeah,
nasty as heck.
that one's an if you fail, and looking at the easy side, the cultist is only -3, so it spikes up by 2 into hard for some reason. The tablet doesn't
I mean, that's
change.
I feel like that's fairly typical. I don't know.
Oh, the tablet's the same on both sides. That's weird.
Tablet wasn't that bad though.
Actually,
I mean, well, mostly because we didn't attack enemies very much. Yeah, man, the whole campaign, just
oh,
the fact that all the enemies are concealed and that you, because they're not AOing you all the time, you can just kind of ignore them a lot. Like they all have things that they do, but if you can play around those things at all, like which we kind of could in this case,
I mean,
it's sort of like you just don't have to fight nearly as much.
I mean, it's definitely something we thought about. Like this particular one is basically AOing you from the shadows, which she did hit me a few times. When we were hanging out. She hit both of us a few times when we were hanging out in these places, right? So it wasn't insignificant.
But it's kind of like a aloof enemy that like hits you if you're on her location, and it's like, well, you can mostly just move away.
I think they've been interesting enough, but we haven't interacted with them as much as last scenario we did a lot. Like we had to keep digging them out.
It's an interesting change. It's just like if you're playing, I feel like if you're tuning your decks for a specific campaign, so far, maybe this will change, but so far for Scarlet Keys, it seems like you can get by with a lot less fighting than you typically need.
Yeah, I mean the pinging is helping as well when we need to like do it. Like you have a lot of ping tech, which is helping a lot.
The pinging is great.
So I have a question. I have a question for you. Do you want me to read the story text? Because I think our plan was to go to Rome and then Marrakesh. Do you want me to read the story text for Rome now, as opposed to tomorrow?
I want to leave very soon.
Okay.
And I want to, I do not want to wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow to immediately listen to a bunch of story text. So what I would like is for me to leave right now and for you to read the text into the camera. How's that sound?
All right, I can do that. It's only is it half a page? Oh no, it's a quarter of a page. It's 2 paragraphs.
But then you're right. That on its own, not a lot of story text. But the cumulative effect, Ben, of all the story text in this campaign is I feel it weighing on me like a boulder. I feel the weight, Ben. It is weighty, the amount of story text in this campaign.
I'm gonna read it now. I'll and you can listen if you want, or you can chill out, or you can leave. Again, it's 2 paragraphs. So okay, all right, all right. Then I'm gonna do Rome, Romulus, and Remulus, and we are not off mission as far as I know. So several fruitless days of searching for leads in Rome brings you to the Palazzo de Conservatore on Capitol Hill. Nestled among the dozens of ancient statues is a bronze sculpture of the Lupa Capitolina depicting 2 twin babies suckling from a mother wolf. Your guide explains that the twins are Romulus and Remulus, the 2 alleged founders of Rome. According to legend, the king, afraid for his claim to the throne, ordered them to be drowned into the timber. The twins were protected by the gods and taken in by a she-wolf who raised them and fed them as her own. They lived in a cave until they were found and brought to safety. The guide leads the tour past another gallery filled with empty pedestals. You ask your guide what was on display before. Nothing, he chuckles. You comment on the number of empty rooms and displays, and the guide laughs dismissively. Much has been lost over the years, he says. Looking out over the city skyline, filled with odd dips and empty gaps, you wonder if Rome itself is disappearing. Ooh. Alright. Each investigator may start the next scenario with 1 extra resource. And we can return to Rome, but only after playing another scenario. Okay, so I guess if I want to unlock this other story text, I have to somehow get off mission and come back to Rome. Who knows if that will happen. But, alright. Cool. So thanks for hanging out. Oh, difficulty tests. Sorry, Tressamillion. Yeah. I guess I don't know what the other 2 scenarios are like, so I don't know if that makes the other 2 versions of the scenario makes it a lot harder. It looks like it was completely different. It looks like at least one, the beast was out, and if you come here later, the beast is out, and maybe the other guy is out or something. I clicked on the little boxes briefly to kind of see what was going on, but it does make it replayable. So I'm excited in the future to come back and see what it's like, and what if the beast is scary or whatnot. I didn't even get to look at his card. I found his art to put on the OBS, but But yeah, still neat. Yeah, thanks to everyone that hang out. If you caught us on YouTube after, like, subscribe. If you want to watch us live, follow us on Twitch to get notifications, or you can join our Discord, and we usually post when we are going live. You can find links to all of our socials and our Discord at social.mur.fm. That's it. We're planning to play tomorrow. If you're watching live, I think in the morning and maybe at night. We're doing a big weekend of doing a bunch of these. So come hang out if you're around. Thanks everybody. We'll catch you next time. Bye bye.